Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you, where you are. Happy Wednesday! Welcome back. There's a cat over here in the ground that's deciding whether or not she wants to grace us with her presence. What do you think, kitty? Want to come up? Oh, maybe? What if I scoop you? There you go. How's that? What do you think? Not so bad? Yeah. Hi, guys. Welcome back. We have one day remaining on this Twitch drop, so if you haven't got your Eye of the Legion pet, try to watch 4 hours of either this stream or another one before 10 a.m. tomorrow. We got 82 days left on Panda Remix, and I've started doing something that I never thought that I would do. Good noon. Hello, Hazel. Hi, Miss Kira Kitty. I also want to thank Churhala for a 38-month resub. Thanks for all the company during long work days. Thanks for being here. And Zoldak with a 31-month resub. Thanks, guys. Decided to take a break from Remix last night. I was rewarded for my effort. I got my tithe in. I have started to seriously dump bronze into gear at level 70. I didn't want to because there's a lot of cosmetics that I want to buy with that bronze. But I found that once I started doing it, I didn't want to stop doing it because of sunk cost, you know, I spent 9k bronze one time to upgrade my weapon one time, and I was like, okay, am I amazing now? And I did a dungeon and I wasn't. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe that wasn't enough. Let's do another piece of gear. And every time I'm like, listen, the next set of upgrades, that's definitely going to be the thing. The next day of dailies and legendary spools, that's going to be what makes me feel awesome. So Primrosy is exactly where we left her here. She is still level 32. But let me show you what Squidgy looks like. Good afternoon. Hi. Been gone a few days. Here you are leveling a mage. Me playing gacha games. I can hear how I sound. I'm like, listen, this next time I'm definitely gonna start doing lots of damage. And it's not that I don't do lots of damage. I think the problem is that I was gaming with Flabby. And it's hard to see that you're improving when you've got like 1 to 2 million damage next to you on the meters all the time. That's a rough post against with which to measure yourself. I want to, I guess, make a group for Nalik. Make or find one, you know, whatever. Let's start a group. Nalik up, Siege Mythic. Yeah, let's do that. Because it looks like it's up here, and I had left her over here, because this one's kind of annoying to get out to. Whoa. That's a lot of people. And I want to do my circuit here. So let's oh, people pull it. All right. Okay. Make sure we tag. Just keep inviting people. It's almost dead. That's probably my last invite. There we go. Delisting. Wow, that was fast. There's a Ellie Shaman doing almost 3 mil DPS. That would be why. Okay, thank you. And then we leave the party and take a look. Take a look at where we're at. So, things that I've done since the last time I streamed this character. I got her the rest of her gear. So she has 1 ring from doing all of the Huruk dungeons. 1 ring from doing all the Huruk scenarios. They weren't so bad after I got some gear, and also once I brought Flabby. And then I did every raid on at least normal, and I got the next. So now I have all of the gear slots unlocked, which means that my alts can have them too. They can pick up those pieces on the vendor, and that will help with leveling. My cloak is up to 26,000 threads, which is fine. I'm not calling it good yet because I've seen some things, but we're getting somewhere. And so that's 2,200 agi roughly, 12.6k stamina, and then like between 2 and 3k of the rest of the stuff. So like it's going okay. There we go. 180 master. Love to see that. My mouse has been a little funny this morning. There we go. Second trinket purchasable at 70. You need to do something for it. I think escalation. You need to do the escalation achievement to get the second trinket. The first one just happens. Highest I've seen is north of 200k. Max level through regular play. I get accused of being a frogger constantly. People think that anybody that does any damage was a Frogger. That's just like the new word for someone doing more damage than me. Or I think people are overestimating or underestimating how much progress one could have made through regular play since the whole frog business. So yeah, and then I've been upgrading my gear. So my weapon is up to 374. I think that's 2 rounds of upgrades. I'm trying to get the rest of my gear up from 360 to 374, and then you can kind of go ahead and start doing it all over again. So my round of dailies, on one hand, I was just kind of questing out here in the Isle of Thunder because I haven't done that achievement yet. And I kind of want to stay and do that just because, like, I haven't undone the achievement for out here yet. I guess I must have a flight point or something. Oh, you know what I would have is I would have a portal because I've at least I've done the first, like, handful of scenarios out here. Because there's some achievements that I'm missing, but there's also some achievements that I have done. Let's see. Should I just... Nah, let's not do that just yet. Let's go back. Let's no, not a scroll of summoning. Let's use a Nostrin's voucher and get out of here. Progress. Morning. How did you like Gilmore Girls? I haven't seen it. Super casual, but progressing power in my main. Top 4 just through dailies and world boss. I want more power. I'm in so deep now that I want to keep going because I feel like it is like I do get a lot of bronze in a day from doing my activities, and they go a little faster every day because I'm a little stronger every day. I got my health up substantially. Like yesterday I started the day at like 500k health and I have almost a mil now just from threads and getting the rest of my gear like upgraded and stuff. Plus I'm wearing I think all blues now. I think I've replaced my last non-blue. I don't have any epics outside of the jewelry that they give you, epic by default, but everything is at least rare, which is something. I'm gonna let's do world bosses to start. Let's go north and get like, oh, I didn't pick up the dailies. I should pick up the dailies. That's right. Turn in 10 lesser charms for the Isle of Thunder rep. Yeah, I need to do more. I apparently need to unlock more Isle of Thunder, like, initial quest line to even get the NPC that lets me do that. I was trying to do it last night, but then it was late and I wanted to go to bed, so I decided that I was a grown up and I was allowed to go to bed. Because yeah, I understand that's pretty good for threads, but I haven't got there yet. Eventually. So let's pick up these 3. Good. I guess if I'm gonna let's sit in queue we'll do a random normal first, because I want to do a random normal and heroic dungeon and then a random normal and heroic scenario. And the dungeons take a while to pop because I'm just like a little baby hunter. I'm just a lowly single DPS. Those things, they do pop after usually sub 10 minutes, but you know, you may as well get it baking early. And then in the meantime, well, I guess I can't do Shah Vanguard. The other thing I like to do in the meantime while I'm waiting for dungeon queues to pop, aside from just getting myself to the next world boss that I want to kill, the other thing I like to do is I got Rare Scanner installed again. This is one of those add-ons that ooh, haha, hee. That's why. This is one of those add-ons that let's do Sontide Hunter first. We'll do Quid first. It's right here. I have a tendency to install and then uninstall whenever I feel like I'm done farming rares in WoW because it starts just jump scaring me for no reason. But I got it back because it is really nice for that. You get just like a couple of epic threads for a drive-by kill of these rares. You can do them as many times in a day as you want. They respawn relatively often, so you can find them pretty easily. So I find if I'm on my way to fly somewhere, I've just been kind of adjusting my route a little bit to try and fly past as many rare spawn points as possible. And then my add-on yells at me if one of them's up, so I can just kind of drop out of the sky and kill it. You get like 70-something bronze, and then a couple epic cloak threads. And it's really not bad. Plus, you know, you're also working on achievements, like the rare achievements. Oh, speaking of rare achievements, you want to know another thing I did? You didn't ask, but I'll tell you anyways. I finished the Veil of Eternal Blossoms meta achievement. I managed to do it without any particular amount of questing. Ta-da! Isn't it pretty? Today is trying to get my neck day, keep getting walled at Dark Animus. We ended up getting through that with, I did a group for it last night. We had the group was a little bit stacked. There was like 2 or 3 people that were doing like bonkers damage, but then also we were ward strat on top of that. So pretty much every boss died in like basically 10 to 12 seconds, which was great because then we didn't have to do any mechanics. What made you decide to finally do mage? Thought you hated that class? Nothing in particular. I wish I had a great answer for you. I don't. I just kind of felt like it. Are you going to work on the heroic raid meta for the title? Maybe. I don't have any plans to do it soon, though. I feel like I don't really want to be in there unless I can be somewhat good. And I'm definitely not good yet. Let me look at the achievements that I did for Vale. I did the looking for group achievement, which is doing like a bunch of dungeons, Terrace of Endless Spring, and Mogashan Palace. And then that gets you Vale LFG. And then I'm pretty sure I just did the exploration one. Let me see. Vale of Eternal Blossoms. I did Elusive Foes. I also did Golden Lotus. I don't remember which one kicked in first. Might have been Golden Lotus. Because I still haven't finished the August Celestials yet. But Golden Lotus was so easy. I just ran over there. I did like one set of dailies and I was exalted before I even finished them. I don't know where all the rep came from, but it happened really fast. Okay, I was moseying my way. I'm sitting in a dungeon key, but I was moseying my way towards Shaw of Anger. I was checking out a couple of rare spawn points while I'm sort of at it. Yeah, that's right. Having such trouble getting a staff for an offhanded drop. You really have become a master at remix. No, not at all. Ooh, rare. It's just so exciting. It's not what I thought I was going to be doing. I thought I was going to be just leveling alts for the whole thing. And I think I will at some point be leveling more alts. But it started to get really fun to play my main. And it's true that I'm not really making any progress on my cosmetic collectibles while I'm doing this. I got only stamp threads for that. But I figure, like, if I'm having this much fun, eventually I'm going to run out of gear upgrades. Yeah, it's going to take an obnoxious amount of bronze. But if I'm having fun the whole time, then eventually I'm going to have this, like, super just jacked character. And the event probably won't be over yet. At this rate anyway. So at that point, maybe it'll be like really easy and fun to farm bronze in this character. It's like a 180 from how I was feeling like 2 days ago, but you know, what do you do? Weird that some reps are brutally hard and slow and some are almost instant. I don't know how to get in this cave. I feel like it must be like a quest progress or something. I don't think I can do it. I'm sure that they don't want me to just like blow up some Shoutian rice. That can't be right. Sure, bronze will get buffed later. I betcha it will too. Especially like towards the end of the event, like when people are kind of like running up against the thing. Get a DK to death, grip it out. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm sure it works. I just don't have a death knight on hand, and I don't have any patience either. Use blink to go through the rocks. Oh well. You can auto attack that rare. Ah, I should try that next time. Oh, my dungeon key. See if I did anything. Battlehorn toy that pulls the mob out too. Well, how are you supposed to do it? Because like those all seem like they would work, but like what's the intended method for you to engage with that stuff? I do not know. Sadly, I don't know. Because I don't know either. Oh yeah, that's right. I got another pet because I figured I don't actually at this point need, I forgot to turn these quests in. I did these in an earlier run and I didn't turn them in and I just wanted the caches for bronze. I wanted a cunning pet after all this time because I figured I didn't really need a lust pet. Other people were mainly lusting. It's nice to have a lust pet, but you don't really need it. I definitely didn't really need the leech from having a lust pet because you have so much leech from other stuff anyways. It was really pretty redundant. I didn't really need the fortitude of the berry either. I didn't really need the extra health from having a tenacity pet. It doesn't hurt, but at a certain point you have so much stam from your cloak and whatever that it also doesn't really matter. So I figure the move is actually a cunning pet because yeah, you're also moving super fast, but you can always move 8% faster. And I wanted one that was sort of, if you guys could come on up here, thank you. Sort of Pandaria-ish. So I tamed a water strider that I found when I was having that thought, and I'm pretty excited about it, but I haven't named it yet. Right now I'm using Harold and Hilda. Harold being the worm and Hilda being the crane. So I was kind of thinking of looking for an H name that matched the water strider, but I couldn't think of anything. I was really tired last night and I just wanted to name it Bingo. I didn't because I was like, you're tired and that's stupid. But if I can't think of anything in the next hour, it may end up being bingo. What about Hazel? What's the name? I'm sure Wowhead knows. Do you have a lust bet with you now? Currently I'm running around with Harold. Just cause. Ooh, epic threads. Hagatha. It's for a water strider. It's for like a cute little bug that walks on water and has like a little light bulb in its butt. Drums anyway, is there any reason to have a luster? I think that true lust is a little stronger than drums lust. I'm not 15% for all party and raid members. I'm not 100% sure that that's... I know it's true in like retail. I don't know exactly what it is relative to the thing, but I think that's true. Name all your pets after the Golden Girls. There must be hunters that have done that. There must be like more than a few hunters that have done that, because that's a really cute idea. Found that upgrading the weapon is by far the most DPS boost. Yeah, I was kind of pondering upgrade order when you are doing the power grind. What I've got right now is I do my weapon first for that DPS boost. And then I do the helmet second for your meta gem upgrade. Specifically, if you are doing ward strat, having a higher item level helmet is going to help a lot. And then after that, I prioritize Tinker slot gear and then prismatic slot gear after Tinker slots are done. And then boots are the very last thing, because your cogwheel gem doesn't really scale. It's like it's going to do what it's going to do no matter what the item level is. So boots are like the worst thing, I think. You do have to upgrade them because they make you upgrade everything before they let you move on to the next level. But so they want to go do this boss. Yeah, that's the order that I've been doing, is like weapon, helmet, tinkers, prismatics, and then boots. Are you a Pokemon fan? Yeah. Sort of. What is this ward? There is a meta gem called Ward of Salvation. Anybody can use it, assuming that you have the gem. And what it does is you target it onto a friendly player. I'd have to read it to tell you accurately what it does. What it basically does is it blows up. It has something to do with healers like pumping healing into the ward target to like build up an absorb shield that then explodes after 10 seconds. That's the gist of it. My perspective, because I don't heal anybody, I'm a hunter. My perspective is I tag the boss, I ward the ward target tank, and then I just live my life and everything dies. Is the short version of it. I might still be doing something wrong, but what do you know? But they really got me with the upgrading. Plus, I feel like eventually when I run out of upgrades, I'm gonna be so cool and smart and tall and good at sports and stuff that like it'll be no big deal to get more bronze to then buy all of the other things. So right now my goal is to basically do kind of like my daily route of things that I have decided are a good idea for me to do on my main, and then prioritize like chipping away at prioritize chipping away at whatchamacallit, meta achievements that I still need, because I don't have all of the meta achievements done for those cosmetics yet. I have a lot of them. Getting Veil off the list was great, but I am still missing the Dread Waste one. Dread Waste is going to give me a weapon illusion. Timeless Isle is going to give me a pet. And then Isle of Thunder as well. Oh, never mind, it's over. I did it. How did I do it? Oh, from doing Nalek. Oh, so sick. Okay, I guess I have that achievement then. Never mind. I'm like looking at the list being like, I still need to do this, don't I? Nope, okay. Alrighty. Yeah, you do apparently Nalek and Dasta and then Throne of Thunder, and then you're all set for that achievement. That's nice. What did Veil give you? You get a mount. You get a beautiful mount. You get the Astral Emperor Serpent. It looks like this. Wow. It's really nice that they made the meta achievements so flexible that you can do them without needing to do quite as many things as you'd think. Also, I'm not even going to look for a group. I'm just going to tag this. go. So there's that spool. And then another greater bronze. The greater bronze cache was from the random normal dungeon that I did. 180 haste from there. 200, well, stam from there. Let's go north to look for Undasta, actually. And I'm not going to get in queue because I might need to get into a group to get Undasta rolling. See what we can do. Quests in Vale. So you need to do this meta achievement, which is called, I think, just Veil of the Eternal Blossoms. The nice thing is that you only need 2 of these 4 achievements. You can mix and match. So one of them wants you to do a few rares. One of them wants you to do Golden Lotus rep. One is August Celestials rep. And then one is this looking for group achievement that needs you to do a handful of dungeons, along with Terrace of the Endless Spring and Mogashan Palace. So you can really pick your poison. Golden Lotus rep is extremely easy. You can do that in one day with just like a handful of dailies is what I found. I wasn't even finished my dailies before the rep was over, which was super nice. I think the other rep's not bad either, but rares also is fine, especially if you have something like Rare Scanner and you can just do laps for a little bit. You can sneeze and get Golden Lotus done. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Whoa. I want to get up to Undasta, and then I want to get into an Undasta group. I've done Nalik. So after this, I'll need to do Galleon and then Celestial. So I want to try and... I didn't do it much early. Also, don't mind me. I didn't do it much early, but I want to start working on making sure I've done every world boss, at least just on this character. I want to do all the world bosses every day because it's good for threads. You get lots of threads for your cloak doing that. Didn't do a single daily for Golden Lotus. Did rares passively. I wonder if that's what gave me so much rep. Because like I was all excited about, oh man, I'm gonna start this rep. I'm gonna go out to this hub. I'm gonna pick up these dailies and I'm gonna do them. And then after a couple of days, just like with Order of the Cloud Serpent, it'll be done. And then I was like in the cave. Oh hey, Undasta's up. Could I just do it? There's somebody else here. No, they ported. Pre-main. One set of Golden Lotus dailies for Exalted, maybe 5 Charm turn-ins. Wasn't bad. Yeah. I have a feeling that getting things like this, getting rare kills and world bosses and whatnot, is going to get a little bit thornier as the event goes on, because you're going to have more and more people that just do such bonkers damage that things die so fast that it's actually harder to get like a tag, and eventually people aren't even going to need groups. So they're just going to kill it, and then it's going to be dead, and it's going to be harder to get a kill on it. At least the spawn times aren't bad. There we go. So that Greater Spool, 180 haste, and then I think we're going to hearth back to Vale so we can go do Galleon. I've done all of the raids at least once because I got my neck piece. Rest of Shaman Solo, the Yulon world boss. Had a hard time killing timeless rares for the achievement with people killing rares in 2 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things that I haven't done yet is the timeless Isle meta. It's on my list of things to do. I can't believe I got the weapon arsenal. Did it just give me the hunter one, or do I still have to buy it? I guess I'll take a look. There's a cache. That's my spool. Stamina. There's some bronze, so I can upgrade some more gear. Because I bought all of the ensembles, but I need all the arsenals. So it looks like they're all unlocked now, which is good. I am not going to spend my bronze on that right now, though. I'm going to wait and do it either at the end of the event or just if I end up leveling more, if I end up spending more time on that mage or another alt, I can spend their bronze on cosmetics. But Squidgy's bronze is for Squidgy. Hang on, let me scrap some of this stuff. Clean up the bags a little bit. But yeah, getting over that hump at 70 felt so good. I'm still not nearly as strong as my friend. I'm not even a fraction as strong as my friend, but I feel way more. I actually feel like a little bit overpowered when I pull like an elite or a rare or something like that. Nope. I scrap armor gems, but not leecher speed yet, despite the fact that I don't put leecher speed gems in. But I also don't scrap them. I don't really know why. Okay, 11k bronze. So we're getting our 360s up to 374. I think boots were the last item that I had to do that for. So we do that. Do I have enough left over? No, not quite. Because I was gonna go for weapon next. I think I'm gonna keep saving for weapon next. That puts my item level up to 362. It felt so good to get all my gear slots filled out. Holy smokes. At least they added a hit timer to Timeless Isle of Rares. Oh, that's nice. Are you going to try to 100% the achievements? Probably not. I don't think I see a good reason that appeals to me to do it. I want 100% the achievement cosmetics. So like any meta achievement that gives me, you know, like a weapon illusion or something. I want to do all of that. I'm not sold on the heroic raids, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Especially like later on. I'm sure they would be fine now, honestly, if the group was stacked enough. And word strat and whatever, it's not like it's a problem, but yeah, I want to make sure I do the rest of the metas, but I don't think I'm going to like go out of my way. If I get an achievement done, then that's nice because it gives like spools and threads and whatnot, or spools and bronze. But I'm not going to stress about it too much. Would you be pro an AP grind in the next X-Pack? No. Yay, Cracker, thank you for the 43-month resub. How you doing? As someone who has not played Remix, what is the goal? To become a raid boss? Your goal is going to depend on what you want. So that is one version of it. That is definitely one world. You can become a raid boss and be very strong and overpowered and exciting. You can also level a bunch of alts. It's very good alt leveling. And there's also a ton of cosmetics to collect. So people will kind of want to do all of those things. They might want to do some of those things. They might want to mix and match, do just alts and collecting, or just be a raid boss and collecting, or be a raid boss and alts but not really worry about collecting. Depends on what. Some people just want like to nostalgically re-experience all of MoP again, and this is just a good excuse to do it. And they're just doing everything for completion without worrying too much about collecting or power or alts. What am I doing? I'm looking for Galleon. It's what I'm looking for. Wait. Absolutely not. The Fin Mint, thank you for the 2-month resub. Why is your map defaulting to full screen like it's classic? That's a great question. Even though you are currently enjoying a power grind enough to not level else? Shocking. Forgot I had my prime sub to sort. Using this event to finally knock out all the heritage armor. Can you even PvP in this mode? No. Might make a full... It would just be goofy. It wouldn't really accomplish much. I've been making a live for the past couple of years. Yeah. I think I'm going to have my alt leveling spree, but I think it's not going to be yet. I'm having too much fun powering up this character. I would liken this grind less to artifact power and more to... It's almost more similar to flight stones, except that you don't have crests to worry about or crest caps to worry about. It's kind of like if we had our current upgrade system, but without weekly caps. Can you do farming in Remix? Get your plot and farm? No, unfortunately. You can do farming, like find a bunch of moms and kill them endlessly until they've given you all of their stuff. And power up pretty much infinitely for as long as you have the stamina to do it. But not so much with the shovel and the hoe and whatnot. Did they release this instead of MoP Classic, you think? Nah. Waiting for that. I think that'll still happen. I can't imagine a world where they do Cataclassic but not MoP Classic. Galleon up. Let me in. Tag it. I don't know why. Why I want to parse on a world boss. Because first of all, I'm not parsing. Second of all, it just makes it dead faster so less people can tag it. And third of all, doesn't you know, you get the same stuff no matter how fast you kill it. Alright, there's another legendary spool. 180 mastery for that. And let's maybe mosey down to the Timeless Isle. Does that sound right? I have August Celestial's dailies to do too. As long as I remember to do my Timeless Isle boss, let's queue up for a random heroic dungeon for that bronze cache and spool. And in the meantime, I'll go do a couple dailies over here. I don't know why I want to do August Celestial's rep. Originally, it was because I wanted to do it for, I think, the Veil meta. But then I did the Veil meta. So I don't know what my excuse is now. Wait. No. It's dead. Rip. Be sad if they don't do Mock Classic. That's what I started. What's your favorite panda leveling zone? Questing through Town Long, enjoying these quests. Much better than Dread Wastes. I'm partial to Jade Forest, but I think that's just because I've done so much Jade Forest in my life. I haven't really, outside of Jade Forest and Half Hill, I haven't spent that much time questing in any of these zones. I do still think I might do the Dread Waste campaign for the Dread Waste meta achievement. I might still do that actually on my alt and not on this character. I might, once she gets to 35, and she was 32 or something like that, so she's really close. Once my mage gets to 35, she can quest in the Dread Wastes and start working on that. Because I want to make sure I'm doing that too. I've been so excited in Remix that I've been getting kind of messy. I'm not keeping my goals super straight. You know, I'll be like, oh man, I need to do this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing, and I definitely want to do this, and look, this thing is up, and I'm like, I'm having a great time. But sometimes I get confused as to what I'm doing things for. The good news is that it all gives you bronze and threads more or less. So, you know, you're still making progress. I'm gonna miss this when it's over. I'm getting kind of attached to it. I think it does have to end eventually in order for it to remain fun, because otherwise there would be a point at which it's just, you know, everybody's just pops everything and nothing lives, and there's nothing left to achieve or accomplish really. But I want to make sure that I'm kind of like, I don't know, in that power grind while it's still like a relevant and cool thing. Because right now, like in a given random raid, you might have like 2 or 3 people that are super carrying, and then everybody else is just kind of set dressing. And I don't know if it's realistic for me to make it up to that point where I'm a carry, but I want to try, at least as far as I can do it my own way without having to listen to anybody else's advice, which is weird and tricky. Because like I said, you can get all these things lots of ways. I might not be doing it optimally. The thing I've been resistant to so far that I might change my mind on is just open world farming for power. Because that's how you get like lots of threads. It's okay for bronze. It's not amazing, but you can get tons of threads just from like finding any open world farm you want and just killing as many things as you can as rapidly as possible. And of course, the stronger your power is, the faster you're going to be able to do that. And you're just going to be kind of limited by the spawn rate of whatever your chosen spot is. Gifts of the Great Crane. So those are the feathers and stuff. I swore I found like a pile of them recently. It was as though the Great Crane had been grooming. Yeah. All over the place as well. It's all fun and games. Howdy Hazel, howdy chatters. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Well, thank you. Heroic Dungeons, roughly 1k bronze per run. Yeah. What about frogs? The timeless sound, do they also work? Listen, I am part of the Azerothian Frog Preservation Society. I've taken a solemn oath to protect the health and welfare of all frogs and related amphibians within, reason and convenience. Arcade mode, wow. Morning, all you beautiful people. Good morning. Kitty cat settled down on my lap. I'm happy. She was looking pretty comfy on my bed when I came to start stream this morning, so I wasn't sure she was going to even get up. Should I pick this up? Oh, sure, why not? I'm glad that I've been doing this in a Hunter, though, because Hunter's just such a fun class to mash buttons on. It's, like, quite straightforward, and it's really fun with all the haste. I guess a lot of classes are really fun with a lot of haste. I think it's more fun for me to do this on a class that I had some idea how to play before. I think that if I had tried to get level 70 power, endgame power on a class that I was really unfamiliar with, I would just be like even more lost than before, because things would, your normal rotation sometimes kind of falls apart with this much haste and crit and whatever, because your procs can end up being kind of out of control. And that's fun when you know what they are and what they do, but it can be kind of overwhelming otherwise. It kind of makes me want to be a Shadow Priest. I feel like Shadow Priest is going to get outmoded, though, because things just won't live long enough. I I think I'm fine when I am. Also, you know, you do kind of, if you are going to power up a character at endgame, you do kind of end up doing it at the exclusion of everything else. Because the bronze upgrade costs are not account-wide. Or the upgrade discounts are not account-wide. I kind of hope that they eventually make them account-wide, because that seems like a pretty, I don't know, reasonable thing to do. So this warrior is 387. They are higher item level than me. Not dramatically so. Sometimes I like to check people's, like I'll just mouse over their cloak buff to see what kind of threads they're rolling with. Hi Hazel, how was your weekend? I'm on a WoW break at the moment. Super into Final Fantasy. Haven't got enough time to keep up with WoW. That's fair. There's so many games going on right now. My weekend was good. I had a really busy Monday and then I had a really cozy, relaxed Tuesday. And that was perfect for me. I got like a bunch of errands done and I'd say excitement, but the excitement just insofar as I was like outside of my front door. I went to 2 different places in one day. My goodness. That was good. And then I made up for it yesterday by being a big lump. I played a bunch of Remix yesterday. Yesterday was when I did Throne of Thunder and Siege of Orgrimmar and Terrace of Endless Spring and the rest of my heroic dungeons and the rest of my heroic scenarios. And a bunch of the Isle of Thunder intro, plus all of the Veil Rares. Like I think I just played Remix for not all of yesterday, but like a good chunk of yesterday. Oh, it was fun. I had been wanting to like actually game. Like I'd been wanting to like really sit down and properly play.
Get bone.
Okay, let's press buttons. I feel like I am getting stronger as I play, but I also feel like everybody else is too, so I can't quite catch up. I need to degen if I want to catch up, I think. I need to do like the things that I want to do every day, but then also some grinding. And that sounds fun to me right now, but I think I might reach a point where I'm like out of time really. Cause I can't justify, nor do I have the stamina to like play all day like I used to. But I could do it for a little bit. I just, you know, I wanna win something, man. You play WoW without us? Playing 1 2, not yet maxed out. I'm working on it. Sounds fun to do every raid every day, but how do you schedule that? A lot of the shorter ones, it goes a lot faster than you would think because like the bosses, when they just like get blown up, it's not that much longer than just doing like a transmog farm of them. Siege takes the longest because it has a ridiculous amount of bosses, and secondly, a decent amount of RP, and thirdly, Galakras. Galakras stinks, and it takes forever. And I'm cranky about it. Problem is, you can do it, but so do they. The gap just grows from small cape to big cape. I'm wondering, I know that, but maybe there's a point at which, like, I don't know. I want to be delusional about it because that's what keeps my fun alive. Normal Siege takes like 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, I did it yesterday, and I don't remember how long it took. Because we blew everything up. We went through it really fast, but I also think that it still took like, I guess I don't know how long. Remember the Siege Mat run Tuesdays? They were long. Yeah, it used to take me 45 minutes just to run through the darn place by myself. At least in Remix, you have somebody else doing the other half of spoils. In a ward group for Siege right now, it's comical how quickly the bosses explode. I have this feeling that this is going to be super fun for like another week. And then, like, I'm sure I'll still be motivated and able to grind out the rest of the stuff that I need to get everything that I'm trying to get. But I'm kind of cognizant of this feeling that there's going to be a point where it just feels a bit, I don't know, cheap, like the thrill has passed, so to speak. I don't need to do that quest, and I want to make sure that I'm enjoying it for as long as I am enjoying it, like as long as it feels good to play, that I'm just playing as much of it as I want or have time for, really. Oh, we got another greater bronze cache. We got more spools. Okay. So I was, oh, that's right. I was doing dailies. I was doing August Celestials dailies. I don't know why. Spoils alone is so annoying. I got to Spoils yesterday in that run that I went, and I went, oh, like I forgot about this. Frick. Good opportunity to use your favorite in-game feature. Oh, pray tell, what is my favorite in-game feature? Oh, I found some feathers. 9 and 10. 10 and 10. Nice. See what we get for these dailies. Haruk is done already. Oh, the stopwatch. True. That is one of my favorite in-game features. I love running tiny experiments with no expectation of any kind of actual scientific rigor at all. I don't want to turn in my lesser charms. I want to hold on to those for Isle of Thunder. Okay. A little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. What are we up to? 28, 28.5. That's a mastery helmet. I think that my gear is looking much better over the last day or two, especially because I did all of those normal raids. I got a ton of blues, and I was able to kind of cherry pick blues that had better secondaries for me. So I'm wearing a lot of like crit and haste blues now, as opposed to like leech and speed. Normal Throne of Thunder scares me way more than Siege. Can you call Hazukosis up and see when War Within beta starts? Did they buff the bronze again? Not as far as I know. If they did it, nobody told me. My, yeah, nothing came across my radar. Although, my radar is occasionally a little faulty. So that was the dungeon. That was all fine and good. I want to mosey towards the Timeless Isle, and I want to get in queue for a scenario. So we'll do normal scenario. One thing I have not been doing yet has been any form of LFR. And I don't know. Yeah, might be worth doing at least one LFR wing. I don't know. Yeah, I've got this paradox of, on one hand, I want to feel like I'm very powerful relative to other people, the way that I feel like other people have been powerful relative to me. But on the other hand, I know that that's kind of not something you can count on. Oh, I should have checked for the domination point raise. Oh well. And I'm trying to just be excited about my power relative to where I was yesterday, because when you really try to do all your chores and stuff, you get stronger quite quickly. It's just getting off the ground. It's hard to get through them when you're a fresh 70. But if you can get over that hump and you can get your gear unlocked and you can just kind of get that first like round of upgrades, you start to feel more like a real person. Okay, I don't like this one because I find it confusing and I get lost. There's so many boats and there's many layers to the boats, and you're like hopping between the boats. And I may not be much help on this one. I'll do my best. Everyone knows that the key to happiness is comparison to other people. Yeah, I think they actually have motivational posters that say that they put up in like school counseling offices and stuff. I ended up giving in and blowing 300k bronze and item upgrades. No regrets. Feels good to be super powerful. Now I just gotta buy the 3 or 4 mounts I want, and anything after that is just extra. Nice, yeah. That's kind of where I've landed. Although I haven't kept track of how much bronze I'm putting into my stuff. I'm trying to just spend it as I get it. I don't buy any cosmetics in this character, so any bronze that she spends is for her gear. And never do the math. That is my current strat, is never do the math. Okay, so I'm meant to be going... There's an explosive right... No, that's oranges. That's not explosives, that's just vitamin C. There's just so many... I mean, the good news is that I run really fast. I could run even faster if I took my cunning pet out. That's all just vitamin C. How on earth am I gonna make it through my life when I'm this confused? Let's get my unnamed water strider out. Now, see, he's pretty. There we go. And we can run even faster. Double Trailblazer plus a cunning pet makes you just like perma sprint. It's awesome. Sure, why not? Still team no upgrades. Upgrades are for alts. Speedy Run looks hilarious with Murloc feet. Horde ship destroyed. Ah, looted a Stam thread. Now they want me to defeat. I don't think I've actually helped in any way whatsoever. Oh, it's over. I'm glad other people know where they're going. Maybe next time I'll be a little faster on the ropes and I'll be able to assist. That's funny. Okay, cool. Thanks. I want the Worm Hunter pet. What's it called? It was a caterpillar that I think I tamed in the Dread Wastes. There's a number of caterpillar models though. I named him Harold. Let's see. I do have the Astral Emperor Serpent. I don't have the pet version yet, but I do have the main one. Okay, so that gave me 1250 bronze, and then we got another spool. Let's queue up for that heroic scenario. Maybe I'll get something where somebody needs me to hit something. Harold's cute. Tamed it in Town Long? What about Horatio? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his name is yet. Need me a Harold. Thanks, guys. There's a pet version? Yeah, there is a... Oh my goodness. Astral Emperor Serpentling. It's the Timeless Isle achievement meta. So you just need to do the Timeless Isle achievement, which there's options as to how you go about doing that. I haven't done it. Timeless Isle. So you just need to do one of these 3 achievements. So if you did Emperor Xiao Hao, that would work. If you did the tour achievement, that would work, but that requires you to do treasures, rares, and rare elites, which I guess are different than rares. The other thing that you could do, though, is the looking for group achievement for it. Wants you to do the 4 different Celestials plus Ordos, which seems more reasonable. I haven't done Chi-Ji or Zuin yet. Oh, hey, my scenario. Although I don't really have any idea how you do Ordos. Okie dokie. This one is a heroic scenario. But yeah, at first doing all of these things seemed like it was going to take so long. But not so much anymore. Yeah, this is a 419 Demon Hunter. They've pretty much got this. Tour is very easy for the treasures. You only need 4. Okay. I think I probably just need to hang out more in the Timeless Isle. I haven't been spending time there. I think if I just stay long enough, I'll be able to get more rares done and maybe find some treasures and stuff. Because yeah, I need the Timeless achievement and then I need the Dread Waste achievement. And those 2 I think are the last important meta achievements that I don't have that I want yet. Crazy to think we still have 75 plus days left in the event. Yeah, I think there's lots of time. It's wild how different it feels this week compared to last week. Like you can really feel the general population starting to get stronger. And kind of cool. Why would you spend your time there? It's timeless. Don't ruin the fun for others. Leveled an alt sent by gems to it for my main. Equips and trinkets next. So OP. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to get whatchamacallums. Just doing more alt leveling with the benefit of all of the gear pieces. I don't know if I'm going to send it gems. I guess if I end up with like a bunch of extra bonus gems, I can have a friend help me move them to an alt so that they just have like all those extra stats. I guess that's a good reason to keep them instead of scrapping them, is that an alt might be able to use them. I wish they just let you mail them to yourself. It's silly that you can move them, but you just need like help.
Watch your step.
Wish they would have enabled flying for the event in Timeless Now of Thunder. Alts can end up with more slots than gems. That was how I felt on this character when that was how I felt on this character when I just got started. I should probably like kill a Rage Banner, eh? Yeah. When I was getting my rings and my trinket in my neck, and I got a bunch of them like back to back to back. I got basically both rings in my neck on the same day, like an hour or so apart. And I didn't have enough gems to fill them. I'm like, I guess I'll put in like a versatility gem? Question mark? But you catch up. You can also trade with friends too. Like if you're leveling with a friend and you know you need haste and they need mastery or whatever, like you can totally trade these. Meteor items good for getting around the Isle of Thunder? I think that's it. Thank you. I think that was the heroic scenario done. Is your gnome cosplaying a Frogger? I'm wearing a Murloc outfit. I do look a little bit like a frog though. Do I? No, I'm just green. I guess I have spikes on my back. Okay. I'm up to 28,000 threads in my cloak. Is there a mailbox around here? There must be. I feel like I'm faster off my mount than I am on it. Oh yeah, there's a mailbox that's like a guy. Oh, I didn't leave a bunch of threads somewhere. It also tried to send me another beacon, and I don't really know why. I've just been kind of leaving that in my mailbox and not worrying about it. Sometimes threads hit your bags. Stamina. Ooh, edgy. Love that. Oh, they did give me the arsenal. It just went to my bags and I didn't learn it yet. There we go. So I got the bow and the harpoon and stuff. Alright, we're fighting Yuzao. Or we're gonna. He's very upset. Oh, maybe he's over. Maybe he's dead now. That's okay. I need Chi-Ji or Juin for my achievement. I don't know how long it takes for them to rotate around though. What does one need to do to unlock Ordos? It's a great question. I don't know. I've never understood how Ordos worked. I've never really figured it out or tried, I suppose. Heckin' yak fur. When my alts get the achieves, they mail new trinkets rings that would have unlocked. Oh, Chi-Ji's coming up. Needed the cape back in the day. I wonder if it's tied to getting the cloak achievement that gave us the back pieces. That seems like it would have been reasonable. I also wonder if I can just stay here and do more than... Like, I know you can only get credit for your first boss of the day, but I wonder if I can, like, just for the achievement's sake, kill the other one as well. Because that seems probably true. Feels like it should work. For the achievement, it works. Okay. Perfect. Well, then I guess I'll just hang out for a little bit, because it looks like they come up one after another. And it looks like no one really needs to be using... Like, we don't really need groups. We just kind of kill them. I do between 200 and 300k, depending on, like, cooldowns and lust and ads and cleave and stuff like that. But I want to do, like, 1,000,000 damage. I think that would be more fun. I see people doing 1,000,000 damage, and it looks like they're having so much fun. There's Chi-Ji. Greater Spool. Come on, Agi! Yes! You love to see main stat from that. You don't so much love to see stamina. At a certain point, you're healthy, and that's it. All the world bosses are daily reset for Remix. You can do Nalak, Undasta, Shaw, Galleon, and a Celestial every day, and you get a legendary thread spool from doing each of them. Stam is nice for some tanks. I want to kill the kitty cat. Kitty, don't listen. It's just a digital kitty cat. Plus, I don't think we're actually killing him. I think we're just proving ourselves or something. So this is the hunter pet that I haven't named yet. I kind of like it. It's like a little, it's like a firefly combined with a water bug. Finally finished upgrading a set of gear. Only took me 2 weeks. Can't get a grip to clear normal throne. Are you excited for the War Within? I am excited for the War Within. We ended up, yesterday my friend and I ended up listing groups. We ended up like making the Siege of Orgrimmar group because it was hard to get into them, but lots of people were applying once we had a group posted. What about your bug body part list of names? Yeah, I did Google that one time. Shadow Priest is fun in Remix. I think it's good. I think almost anything can be good when you get enough power on it. June trading post article is up. Ha ha ha. I'll have to check it out. Trading post. Yeah, the month is almost over. Isn't that absolutely nuts? Are we ready for June? I don't know. Oh yeah, kitty. Okay. I think I need to not focus so much on the fact that I'm doing 1/5 of the damage of my friends and more on the fact that I'm doing twice as much damage as I was doing yesterday. That's something. That's a pretty big power margin to jump up by. There we go. Celestial Challenge. Okay. So, if I can... Oh, and you get a minor spool too. That's kind of nice. I think that's just because it was the first time I'd killed that particular one. I think if I can kill Ordos, then I get the Timeless Isle achievement. I don't really know what I need to do, but I'm just going to run in that direction and hope that it becomes apparent to me. How are we halfway through 2024? Oh, spooky words. I don't like it. I swear May just started. Ready for June? I have a staycation plan for the end of June through 4th of July. Nice. Staycations are the best. Ready for Xal'atath to consume 2 hours of my day every day. I've come to the understanding that some people mean something different when they say staycation. For some people, it's... it means like just a vacation where instead of traveling, you just stay home and relax. And for some people, it's a vacation where you get like a place to stay and whatnot, but you just do it in your own like area. Like you don't travel far, but you do like, you know, sleep in not your house and get like a room somewhere or like a cabin or a, I don't know, a bungalow, hammock in the woods, etc. Depending on what you think that is. It means ladder is what I have known it as, because I've been using staycation to mean literally staying home, but just like maybe day tripping out from my home, but like not spending hundreds of dollars a night to not be in my home. Hotel downtown for giant tub purposes. Oh, it's just so expensive at that point. Why wouldn't you just go farther away? I don't know. If you run across the bridge and don't get lifted up, try putting on the wings toy. I don't know what any of that means. Yet. 1 week for traveling, another for staying home. I always heard staycation is staying at home and not working. Yeah, I guess I guess it can mean different things. Leaf vendor spawns over here. I'm hoping I can get Ordos killed though, because I feel like my odds of doing all of like enough of the timeless rares for the achievement is not going to be good. I don't think that's going to go very well for me. You get to the end of the broken bridge, you get a gust that lifts you over, but I guess it was bugging. Oh. Okay. People are saying that treasure chests are spawning. There's a bunch of stuff spawning. But... I don't know if I can... I think a lot of it is... Well, this is a Gleaming Crane statue. Touch it. Whoa! Wow, that's a lot of bronze. Okay. So I'm guessing Ordos is just like over there. Can I just fly this way? Does that count? No. Oh, I see. There's like... There's like platforms and stuff, and you get like a slow fall. I vaguely remember this. This is coming back to me a little bit. I did play during MOP. I just remember mainly farming, I remember I was mainly farming, oh, I got a thread, my goodness. Huolon. I spent a lot of time on the Timeless Isle camping Huolon. And then I eventually got my Huolon mount. And then that was basically it. Okay. Is that one good? It was fancy looking. Gotta take off work for lunch? Run to the edge of the bridge lifts you over. Okay. Okay, let me do that. And then after Ordos, I want to look into this trading post. I want to see what's coming, what I'm spending my tender on. Take me. Cool. That should work then. Okay. All right. There's a... Oh, there he is. Can I make it in time? I'm going to actually sprint because I swear it's faster than my mount. Is he going to come? I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. Do you plan to fully upgrade before you buy anything else? I am going to make it. At least on this character, if I end up leveling more of my alt for fun, then I absolutely will spend their bronze on buying stuff. But as long as I'm on this character, her bronze is for her. So I got my Timeless Isle achievement. I got my Ordos achievement. I got my Astral Emperor Serpentling pet. That was what we were out here for. Isn't it cute? Is it cute? Yeah, it's kind of cute. Wow. Also, Ordos was the last world boss that I had been forgetting to do every day, so that is good. That is done. An extra legendary spool, 180 mastery. Lagi, little Versa. Nice. Okay, so now I don't need to be out here. It's probably not the worst thing to be out here, but I don't, like, need to be in this zone. I think I know what I want to do. I think. Do I know what I want to do? Let's Hearth. Let's Hearth and take a break, and then we'll figure it out. I will be right back. All right. Let me see. I've got a kitty cat. Hi. Oh, are you unhappy? I'm sorry. I picked her up and she's decided she's not having that. Same method of work on retail, meaning you have to use the cloak toys. I didn't use the cloak toys. I have earned it, but I didn't like put it on or anything. I think maybe just having it unlocked might trigger the bridge skip thing for you. I am not 1000% certain. Oh, I know what his name is. Huey. We've got Harold, Hilda, and Huey. There we go. I don't know why they needed to be all age names, but there you go. Having it unlocked worked on retail for me. Thinking Henry close enough. I wanted it to be something a little extra cute. And then another legendary spool. And I have a ton more bronze. I'm back up to 16k bronze. Even though we like spent all of it down earlier this stream. So we can do some more upgrades. So is it true that I got everything to 374? Cloak and jewelry notwithstanding. It is true. It is true. So 388. That gives me a huge chunk of extra main stat. And then helmet. 2,800, eh? Yeah, we can afford to do bracers. Okay, I'm up to item level 365. Herald of the Titans. Finished with all the mounts. Not sure what to spend bronze on now. ultimately, I know I'm going to want to work on getting all of the... I got all the class ensembles. I want to get all the class arsenals as well. But that's going to be with bronze from either after my gear grind or bronze from leveling another character. And then I think I just want to go through basically all of the set vendors and just buy any set that it says I don't have already collected. So like even if there's like a set that I have like partially collected, I kind of would rather just spend bronze to get the rest of it, assuming that I have bronze at that point. Because I think I'm going to want to keep playing for a while, and it'll be nice to have a reason to do that once I'm like done. But first, trading post. Let me see here. WorldofWarcraft.com. Let us look at, let us view, let us browse. Let us look at the news. Get summer ready during the June trading post. Don't mind my little OBS corner there. It's just a quirk in my monitor. Wait, are there board shorts? Get out. Summer is just around the corner. It's the perfect time to gear up. Have a blast with the Extreme Water Blaster display toy. Eh? It's a toy? Here's what's in stock. Pets, mounts, and toys. So, the beach chair is a toy. The riding turtle is back. Pearlescent Goblin Wave Shredder. Get out. That's so cool. That's different, right? Like, that's, like, actually unique. We get a Super Soaker this month is why I saved my tendies. And then the beach chair's gorgeous. The turtle I already have, which is good. Oh, and there's a pet called Marlock. Why you no picture Marlock? Come on. Why is he not in this graphic? Also a Crimson Parasol. Maybe he's like recurring or something, but so is the riding turtle. Yes, hi, hello, Super Soaker in WoW. And there's armor transmog. So Sunny Tropical Swimwear, Sunny Tropical Beachwear. And they're all available, it looks like separately. They're all available in separately, or you can buy the whole ensemble if you want, like, so $6.50 tender to buy one of the sets. Actually, I don't know if these are separately and then together. These might be a different color that you can get individually. Oh, that's fun. Okay, yeah, so the board shorts are part of like the beachwear set. And that has like the Murloc pool floaty belt. But then the bikini is part of the swimwear set. And I'm yeah, that's hard. That's going to be difficult. And there's a weapon transmog, Water Blaster BL for $330. That's a gun. Oh my god, it's a gun. Your hunter could literally mog a Super Soaker water gun. That's amazing. Narc976, thank you for the 3-month resub. Hazel, it's rainbow though, so you don't have it. What's rainbow, so I don't have it? The chair? There's something else. Pick up Marlock on Wowhead. Okay. No, I know. The chair's new. It's completely brand new. Nobody has it yet, right? Forge Master's Gavel. Bladefist Returning. Blazing Felfire Armaments. And then the bonus reward is a toy. You can have a blast and cool off at the same time. Oh, so you put down like a weapon rack that somebody can pick up and use. That's kind of cool. All right, let's check out the Wowhead. Oh man, that picture is life. Hi, kitty. Okay, that's just the same post we just saw. Show Marlock. Or do I have to like look it up individually? She'll be living my best WoW life in these mugs. Oh, he's another ogre baby. he's another ogre child. That's Marlock. Gotcha. He looks sunburned. Is that intentional? This poor guy needs a parasol. And then something else caught my eye that I want to look at. What do they mean? Never-ending Spritewood Angry Sprites daily event. Every day you can do the Angry Sprite event. Very lucrative. Kill instant spawn mobs. Not always up. Hostile to all sprites. Kill them. You can get threads, gear, gems, charms. Oh. Interesting. Cool. Oh, for a moment I almost clicked stop streaming. I just want to turn off monitor capture. Saw that yesterday. So much stuff. I was devastated there was no Hazel walkthrough for the mop raids. I didn't start making them until halfway through Legion. And then it's true that a lot of people are doing raids in Remix, but also a lot of raid bosses are like, the strat is put ward on your tank, and then the boss dies. There's not a whole lot of mechanics going on. Saw that yesterday. So much stuff. Yeah. So I want to do... I don't really need to do a timeless tour, do I? I was mainly doing that to make sure I got my meta done. I want to do something raids. I'm going to queue for an LFR wing. It's going to take 7 minutes to pop because I want to do that. And then I want to see if you get that kind of a, well, I don't really need the XP thread. Lesser bronze cash and epic bowl is probably not worth doing more than once. Maybe I don't queue for an LFR wing. Maybe I look for a raid clear. Do I want to do all the raids? I don't not want to do all the raids. Because the other thing that I could do aside from raids would be specifically working on, because I did Throne of Thunder somehow, or Isle of Thunder, and I did the Timeless Isle achievement, which I'm happy about. So basically the Dread Waste is the last meta achievement that I need that gives me a thing. There's a weapon illusion for doing two of these achievements. So I could work on the Tour achievement, the Klaxi achievement. I haven't even started Klaxi. I don't know how rough it is. Is Klaxi one of those easy reps that just kind of happens? I also have some thought about, am I not like really close to Terrace of Endless Spring right here? Fast, you get Klaxi just from questing, super easy. If I don't quest, is it like Golden Lotus where I can just do like a daily? Let me see. So here's a raid entrance. Can I get myself into, if we're looking for Terrace? I wonder if I can get into a Terrace group. I can get into a Terrace group. Oh, you need to quest to unlock the dailies. Okay. Because the other thing I could do is I could just leave that whole achievement alone on this character, and I could do it on an alt. I could do like Klaxi plus the campaign on like my mage alt, for example. And then that would get it done too. All the quests give Klaxi rep. Okay, so that should be pretty straightforward. This raid went so fast yesterday, but I had Flabby with me, and there was also like another couple carries, and I don't know if this group's gonna have people that are that strong in it. It might not. I'm almost at 30,000 threads. I'm pretty happy with that. It feels reasonable. Feels good. Bigger threads than I had before. That means that I have, how much secondaries do I have? Like 2,200 crit, 2,900 haste, 13.8k stam, 3,400 mastery. Yeah. 2,600 Versa. Something. Oh, I should help somebody. Working your Guardians of Hyjal rep on Kata Classic. Is that what you're doing? Are you Kata gaming? Because it's only 10:30 today. I blew through those daily things that I wanted to do way faster than I thought I would. Like the dungeons, the scenarios, and the world bosses. That took like an hour and 10? Because I took a break too. Plus we just read through the trading post. Not too bad. Vagar, thank you for the 13-month resub. I break the bugs out of their amber shells. Yeah. Because I do want to work on that. I think I really ought to do that achievement on an alt because I can be leveling the whole time. And that would be good. That would be nice. Having a WoW break? Go placidly. Thank you for the 17-month resub. Pretty rough today. Well, I'll always be here eventually when you're when the time's right. What else can I share? What else can I talk about? I went for an enormous walk on Monday because I had taken the bus someplace, but I didn't really want to take the bus home. Mainly just because it was like crowded and kind of busy, and it was a nice day out, and I was like, listen, if I just walk, I can walk back. And if I walk even farther, I can walk back the scenic route. And I wore my good walking shoes. Why not? So I walked like out of my way to go like to the beach, and then I walked like just as far again to get home, and it ended up being almost 10 kilometers. But it was so beautiful by the water. And I don't think I've been appreciating enough in my life that I can, at least while I'm living here, it's not like 5 minutes or anything, but I can walk to the ocean and just like go sit there and watch it. And there's like different places that you can go do that. And that's awesome. That's so cool. It's every bit as nice as I thought it would be to be able to just like think about your life while you just like stare at, I don't know, mountains and waves and the occasional heron. Is perfect. And I should be doing it more often. Just with, sunscreen in your hands, because when it gets sunny outside, you can hide most of your skin under your sweater, but you can't hide your hands necessarily. Many steps. Yeah, my knees and my feet were kind of toast the following day, even though I wore my good shoes. So I spent yesterday mostly off my feet. It wouldn't be so hard on you if it wasn't all concrete. That's the one problem with going for like an urban hike and doing like a huge walk in the city, is that it's all on concrete, which is hard on your joints and knees and stuff. Okay. I didn't remember to switch to ward or anything, so I'm just gonna kind of do my best over here. Pop drums, because I really should. I wonder if they brought me for the real lust. I'll switch to a lust pet after this.
Phase 3.
Also, don't mind me being completely on the wrong targets.
Run.
Don't mind me. Let's get the cat back out. So when you do the boss and it's not your first time doing it, you get a lesser bronze cash from each boss, which is worth how much bronze? 500 per boss. I mean, it's brutal to do it every day, but I would say chunking through every raid every day is like really good if you're trying to get your gear upgraded. Beaches are very pleasant until the eldritch abominations decide to have a shore leave. I saw a creature swim up out of the water and crawl onto the rocks and then get scared away by a dog that was off leash that should have been off leash, but everybody has dogs off leash there. And I think I decided that it was probably either a big mink or a small otter. Or a skinny beaver. I don't know, one of those. Doing siege every day to grind bronze and tusks at least once. Yeah. I have one whole bone of Manaroth. It says bones, but it's singular. I have an individual bone of Manaroth. And I don't know why I thought that would work. I guess my pet's in combat. Maybe it's because Elon was still running away. And, oh, there we go. I could, oh yeah, then you get like, what kind of threads do you get? It gets like washed away. I got one epic thread. No, 2 epic threads. 3 epic threads. Although maybe that was for an earlier boss. I don't know. Yeah, I'm torn about whether or not I want to try to save up for Tusks of Manaroth. I figure I'm just going to hold on to the bones, play for as much of Remix as I feel like I want to, see how many bones I have left by the end when I'm kind of burnt out in the whole business, and then at that point, either save up for and purchase Tusks, or buy Garrosh heirlooms instead, because you also need bones for those, and there are some that I'm missing, and even if I don't want to use them for like alt leveling, they still count. They're still valid as transmog.
Pushback incoming. Killads.
Do the bones drop from any difficulty? I don't think they drop from normal and higher, and I think you have a chance to get more bones in higher difficulties. So I don't think you need as many runs if you're doing it on heroic or mythic. I got 1 bone from my normal run, but I don't know if that's every time. When you leave a group, your character waves by. I didn't notice that. That's really cute. This hunter is item level 365 and level 70. 1 normal, 5 heroic, 10 mythic. Oh, 4 from heroic, 10 from mythic? I wonder if it's like a range where it drops some from every time. This raid is so fast. Terrace. It's kind of wild. 29.9. You can do all 3 difficulties per day as well. Yeah, I could try it if I could get into a group. I'm sure it goes basically the same as normal. I just wanted to be a little stronger first. I don't know. I don't really get this fight, by the way. Seems that you don't really have to if the group does enough damage. There we go. Raid over. And then a regular bronze cache for finishing the raid. That's kind of nice. Plus, that got me through my raid achievement. It's basically like a scenario. All right, I'm gonna leave the group and I'm gonna see if my character waves by. Oh. It didn't happen. Wish they still made short raids. They don't even have time to go through their meticulously planned monologues. Okay. 750, 500, 500. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not a bad way to get your raid daily done if you weren't going to do it before. I feel a bit bad. For ages, I was doing 2 of 3 dailies from the Bazaar. I was doing the scenario and the dungeon one, but I wasn't doing the raid one because I just didn't feel like raiding, really. And I wouldn't say I regret it, but I'm probably going to try and at least do a little bit of raid every day now for it, because it's, you know, it's an extra legendary spool. Plus some pretty decent bronze. Okay, so I've decided that I'm not going to worry about the Dread Waste achievement because I'm going to do that on my alt, which means that 1250, and then I got crit up to 30k threads. I can try and do the other raids. Is it worthwhile for me to try to do the other raids? Like 500 per boss. I mean, it doesn't take very long. I could try to get into a heroic. I don't know if it'll work. I guess there's no siege. Fresh run. They're looking for tanks. I guess I'll just sign up to stuff and see if anyone takes you. I'm only 365, so I'm not 400 plus. It may be easier to get into a heroic group once people are 400 plus. Do my daily, scour the LG for a siege group near Garrosh for the bones and raid daily. Worked out well so far. leveling route you have to do in Alts. I've been leveling through kind of the same batch of... Oh, they took me. That's suspicious. Whenever I get accepted to a group, I'm like, I don't know about this group. They're just inviting anybody. The caliber of their applicants leaves something to be desired. Yeah, I've been leveling through the same Jade Forest stuff early just to get to like the level where you can leave the Jade Forest and go do whatever it was that you wanted to do. Some groups will take people to carry if they have a good high level core. Yeah. How did I get... Oh yeah, I got it from so haste bracers. I'm just making sure I'm not disenchanting or scrapping any gear that's like better than what I have. It looks like it's not. So let's toss all of this. I'll probably put ward on again. So let's click here, take Funeral Pyre out, because heaven knows that I'm not going to impress anybody with my damage in single target yet without ward. Yeah, multiple wards stack. It's pretty cheesy. Are people inside yet, or is it just me? Oh, somebody else in a Merlic outfit. It's cute. Ward's pretty useless on the first two bosses of Siege, but that's not going to stop me from having it socketed. Actually, will it? Maybe I'll switch to Ward after the first two bosses. Maybe I'll put Funeral Pyre back in for just a little bit. Who wore it best? I think she did. People always say the experience requirement in job listings is just a suggestion. Yeah, it's the difference between people that do well in life and me. Other people take those things as suggestions, and I take them as proof that I'll never be able to do it. And I should stay firmly in my lane. No ward equals kick. Do I need to do this quest? I don't think I need to do this quest. If I can do Nalik and I can do Throne of Thunder, I don't really think I need to do any more Throne of Thunder questing. Like, it wouldn't hurt to do if I was trying to complete all the achievements, but I also don't think I really need to. You get a greater bronze cache for doing, like, for completing the campaigns and stuff. I guess I'm only I was only 2 things away from doing the campaign achievement. How does the ward stack work if you can't heal? That's a great question. I think it just works off of all healing that target takes. I don't think you have to heal them. Because I've had ward pops that have done significant damage to my hunter, and I'm certainly not doing any healing. Your alt will not benefit from further cloak upgrades in your main. Once you've reached infinite power 11, like 2200 threads, your alts will be starting with the best cloak that they're ever going to start with. The ward heals 500k before shielding, which still counts. Oh, I see. How much ward would a ward stack ward if a ward stack could ward wood? I was having the hardest time yesterday trying to say dread waste rares, which isn't that tricky of a sentence, but I think I was tired and I'd been remixing too hard and my brain was full of scrambled eggs. Hello. Tusks is a transmog. It is a pair of plate shoulders that look like Garrosh's, like, you know, thorny vine shoulder thing. Tusks of Manaroth is the official name. It's one of the rare transmogs in the game because it drops from, in normal game, it drops from Garrosh at a very low drop rate, like lower than its mount. So it's a pretty rare thing. Summons. Somebody want a scroll of summoning? These are nice. Yeah, it's a long raid. You get lots of bronze and stuff for it. This is going to be my first time trying it on heroic. I've done it. I did it on normal for the first time in Remix yesterday. I've never done it on heroic. I don't even think I did it on heroic when it was current. I guess I've done it on heroic for like... No, I would have been farming it on mythic actually. I was going to say, have I transmog farmed it on heroic? I don't know. Go get them. I don't think I'm going to impress anybody on the meters, but I will be here. And I guess I can lust? Because we don't have any shamans in the group. We have a mage. We have other hunters, I guess, actually. I could let one of them do it. And got into a heroic? Yeah, I just applied and they took me, which made me suspicious. I guess the moral of the story is just sign up for stuff and find out what happens. I don't think I got in on name recognition. I think Squidgy is still pretty undercover. Gherkin Slice, thank you for the 42-month resub. Hope you've been doing well. Your name is Squidgy. Behold, I am Salty Squidgy. This is my second remix character. My first was Smelly Shellfish, which was a better name, but my second character felt like a better one to try to progress at endgame, just because I don't know, she started with some extra threats. It's an honor just to be nominated. Both of those are names that I had saved in my server for ages from a previous brainstorm. I had come up with the names, but I didn't have anything to use them on. And I was starting to think that I never would. But alas, ooh, that's tricky. So there is a warrior that is 476 that I think is going to pretty much solo all of this. There's another warrior that is also 476 that is there to help. You don't need many. You don't need many of those to make the content trivial. The mage is 427. We got a 413 Boomkin, a 476 Windwalker as well. So there are people that are fully gear upgraded. I won't call them froggers because they might not have frogged, but they're fully upgraded, that's for sure. I don't mess with Smelly Shellfish. You can get very sick. Yeah, they might have played Frogger the game. I used to hate Frogger the game. I found it stressful and frustrating and not terribly exciting. Or fun, I guess. I did play Frogger. I did not like it. I did not care for it. I think I liked, there was another game that I had that was like from the same the same CD-ROM pack, and it was like Centipede or Battleworm or, I don't know, there was some kind of enormous centipede creature that was involved, and that was more fun. I played a chunk of that. So there are, in this raid, 15 DPS. I think my goal is to be in the top 15. If I can outperform anybody, including the tanks. Had that CD-ROM combo. This is my first WoW raid ever. I just joined the game back in MOP. I didn't play OG Frogger, played some Zima version. I'm sure it had the same kind of conceit. We have 4 tanks. Is that normal? Shikamir, thank you for the 4-month resub. That's the new meta. How much HP does the tank have? This one has 3.6 mil. This one has 1.8 mil. This one has 5.9 mil. And this one has 1.5 mil. This power level, I doubt comp matters. I'm gonna use Time Warner's Draft of Power. If we ever get another remix for an expansion with frogs, they should make an achievement for killing many of them. We told you we fixed it. One of these things is not like the other. Yeah, right. Let's peep the gear a little bit. So the tank that has 5.9 mil, they have 47,000 stamina on their cloak. My goodness, 6,800 versus 6,300 haste, 8,200 main stat, and they are presumably fully upgraded. I think it averages out to 476 because you've got 556 stuff. Yeah. You know what's kind of fun is being able to gear up a character and not being like, oh man, I need to get gems and I need to get enchants and I need to get a piece crafted, which means that I need to get a crest thingy, and then I need to get an enchanter to enchant it, and then I need to get some materials, and then I need to find someone to craft something, and I need to get the item that's going to give it the embellish. Dragonflight has been very fun, but some aspects of gearing at endgame make my crusty little brain explode. No more toads. What do you mean stupid frog achievement from Primal Council and what's the other one? Rashok. Somebody turns that frog on every time we have a raid night. I swear. Tag boss, then word. Oh shit, oh shit. Sorry. I feigned. Also, I swore I'm sorry. That's embarrassing. My deepest and sincerest apologies. I accidentally just right-clicked on a boss. Yeah, I know. Alert the media. I'm sorry. I do try not to do that. I'm just gonna keep my mouse safely down here and like spin my camera to look at the wall. I was just gonna like maybe put word back in. Just Hunter things. At least I feigned death. It could have been worse. They might have dropped me if I'd wiped all of us. I guess it's good that I didn't say a worse word. I do know a couple of stinkers. Oh well, what do you do? I'm gonna let one of the other hunters mark it because I don't wanna touch it. I don't even want to target it. I'm nervous.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Alright, tag the boss, ward the guy, and then press whatever buttons you want. Doesn't really matter. Playing Panda in Remix, loving it so much, a little confused about gems. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to fire them out. Maybe myself or somebody from chat can help you. I'm not like real clear on what all my Tinker gems do, but I'm pretty confident that I have some damage ones installed. That's a good start. Is there a barber somewhere? I heard they added one to the Vale of the Shrine in Vale. That was what people were saying, because there wasn't one originally, but I heard that they patched one in for Remix. It's in Shrine. Near the dragon customization. And there's Hiroka Mercies. I'm gonna pull out my Cunning Pet for extra movement speed just so I can keep up with runs faster. Outside the shrine next to the Dragonrite Changer. Someone's just farming collectibles. Is it worth it to upgrade gear, farm bronze for the vendor? That's a great question that I've seen people come up with different answers to. Because on one hand, it's an astonishing amount of bronze to get your gear fully upgraded, but on the other hand, you farm bronze quite quickly doing, like, with tons of gear. It kind of depends on how much you enjoy playing Remix and whether you would prefer to play it endgame and just, like, one-shot a bunch of stuff, or whether you prefer to level alts. Because you can do very well collecting collectibles by just leveling alts to 70 and then picking up your free bronze from doing so. You could chunk through your collectibles pretty reasonably that way. And assuming that you have your cloak fully upgraded, that's going to be effective. And getting your cloak upgraded doesn't take very long on your first character. After Remix is done, the character is just going to become a regular retail WoW character. Targeting achievements, doing them as I level alts. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'm going to save all my bronze caches to open at the end. I'm curious to see how many bones I get from the end of this if I have this. I mean, it's only 10:40. I have time. I don't have anywhere to go. As long as I manage to not get myself removed from this group, everything will be fine. This is heroic. I managed to get into a random pug that is filled with people that are much stronger than me. It's great. Okay, so are we going? We're going. So I tag, and then I ward, and then you just kind of do stuff.
Special coming. Big ad.
I wonder if mechanics become more important at a certain point. You'd think I would remember the mechanics from here, because I actually did do this right at one point in my life. I know that there's ads that are summoned.
Big ad. AOE.
Yeah, like these guys. No. We are dead. That's a lot of damage. I wonder if we're supposed to spread out. Toad Juicy, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Do you feel a nice sense of relief and turn your brain off a little when you DPS in a raid instead of heal? I think it's the opposite. I think I'm comfier healing. When you're DPSing, I feel like
AOE incoming.
you could always be doing it better when if you're healing, as long as like everyone's alive, which you know sometimes is out of your hands, as long as everyone's alive, you're chilling, you're vibing. I feel like when I'm healing, yeah, I'm trying to put out as much HPS as I can, but it's just kind of like a fun arcade game. It doesn't feel like the stakes matter. Well, that'll work. I wonder if we res here. Oh man, I'm so fast with Cheetah. Double Trailblazer, Cheetah, and then a Cunning Pet. That's nuts. Oh, I got an epic weapon! I can't put it on yet because it's not upgraded. Oh, I got an epic weapon. I did not earn that. I was on the floor defense squad. Holy. That's, I don't know much, but I know that's pretty lucky. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're doing some trash. So I'll need to put some bronze into that to get it caught up to the level of my first weapon, which will be cheaper. Not free, but affordable, more or less. Would you say that speed feels like cheating? No. Cheating's only when other people do it. That's the important lesson about cheating, is that it's only cheating when other people are better than you. So like when Flabby does 2 million DPS, he's probably cheating. But when I am running at like 120% speed without a mount, that's just because I'm awesome. You do get a discount on the bronze, absolutely. And then if I, in a weird alternate universe, managed to do more damage than Flabby, like I got caught up somehow, I just stopped sleeping and started like staying up all night and grinding. And then I did more damage than him. That's not cheating, that's girl power. He chilled to get the thing. We need Flabby's take on this. And we all know I'm not going to do it. Sleep is very important. I'm making a pile of all of my caches so I can open them all at the end of the raid. So it has main stat, and stam, and mastery on it. That's not even awful. Like, it could have been worse. It could have rolled with like versatility. I believe crit and haste are better for me, but like I'm not mad at a mastery weapon. Sleep is for the guiltless anyway. Who's that? Oh. I love the chicken backpack so much. It's amazing. One thing that I did really like about doing dungeons, I did a bunch of heroic dungeons yesterday for my achievement to get my ring. And you get crazy. I don't remember if this was always the case, but you get so many gems, like prismatic gems. We were getting like 2 to 4 of each color from every single run, because you just pick like 3 or 4 of them up from every boss kill. It was nuts, and you go really fast too. I don't know if they buffed it or if it was always like that, but it seems like random heroics are the move if you just want to like collect a bunch of prismatic gems to try to get legendaries in all of your slots.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Show Norishin.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Or Shothing. There's the amalgam. There's all the wards. Look at all the wards on that guy.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
I know there's a death beam on this fight. My raid frames are too big. These are healing raid frames, and I'm trying to DPS. And they're covering like half my screen. Because I don't normally raid in groups this big. So that would be a death beam. Don't mind me. Nope. I think you can very much tell who has really strong cloaks and who doesn't based on who lives through damage like that. Because a lot of that is just raid damage. A lot of that is just like I mean maybe I am standing in things, but I don't know. It's a lot. This is heroic. My thread count is 30k. 30k threads.
Shockwave.
But it seems like you don't need the rest of the raid to finish the fight. They have the important people who are like unkillable.
Shockwave. Big ad. Big ad.
I don't know if this is selling me in the process of doing heroic raid yet. I feel like I want more threads. I mean, the fights are getting done, so there's nothing wrong with being in here, but I definitely don't know if I belong. But I got another epic! Never mind! This is where I am meant to be! I got epic boots. They have... Ow, ow, ow! They have, haste, strong stat haste, and Versa. And then a cogwheel socket, of course. Ho, ho, ho! Yeah. Alright, this is... Everybody's gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. I'm just gonna watch my feet and die anyway, I think is what's about to happen. I was gonna say, let's see if I can survive any fights, but you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to Herald. I want my extra 5% health or whatever. Because I have 1,000,000 health. It's not like I have nothing. I only had like 300k health yesterday. At least there's no repairs, right? You ever just fall to your death because you forget your own retail? I haven't been flinging myself off stuff. I'm using Windweaver, but like, I don't know. Maybe I should have just waited outside for them to finish this. Top-down gaming. I can't believe I've had 2 epics already. 2 epics from like, what, 3 bosses? I haven't yet, but I know that day is coming. You just play a priest in retail and then you can never fall to your death unless you forget to levitate yourself and then you never tell anybody because that's really embarrassing. Hero landing in the middle of camp with that no fall damage cogwheel. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Tag the boss, ward the guy, and cooldowns. Like the words went off and I got 3.6 mil damage that will now fall off. But for a brief shining moment in time I was helping. Heroic definitely has more room though. Like normal things you get kind of blown up. But Heroic has a little more room for people to flex. That warrior's up to 7 mil damage per second. Ow. I must have gotten hit by something. Or maybe those are just random pings that I'm just gonna turtle. I'm afraid.
Beware.
I just want to live. Haha, I survived. What did we get? Another one? No way. Oh, I got another epic weapon. And this one has crit on it. Am I cheating? Actually insane. What did I do? It's like I pet a cat once that turned out to be like actually in a super powered omnipotent being. Using up all your luck on one go. This is heroic. This is a heroic Siege Vorgamart. Merry Christmas to me. Gear item level is 365 currently. My pieces are updated to 374. I'm not wearing my epics yet because I need to upgrade them. Wow. Mythic is harder than this, Cash. This isn't the hardest available content. These dogs are under Dragon Ball. That's right. We're coming up to Galacross, which is going to be a huge snooze fest, but what do you do? I guess you just mainly hang out and wait. Mythic's rewards are almost identical to Heroic. Feels kind of bad. I have heard you get more Bones of Manoroth, at least for Mythic. Whoa. Which is something. I feel like eventually people are going to want to do Mythic just because the rest of the content is like so trivial that you may as well. Assuming that you're good to put together the right group size. 20 Bones in Mythic, apparently. Yeah. Because I think as time goes on and more people get like more and more threads and more fully upgraded armor sets and whatnot. All the non-Garrosh bosses are meh. How many bones do you need? It depends on how much stuff you want to get. You need bones for... You need bones to buy the Tusks of Manoroth. I forget how many it costs to get Tusks of Manoroth. I think it might be 20. You also need bones if you want to buy Garrosh heirlooms. That's the other thing. 28? 20. 42 in total for all the things. Okay. Ow. I'm just gonna release and run back. Wait, what? Oh, it's fine. I'm fast. I'm full of wrong info. I have days like that. Most of them, if we're being frank. Alright. Is all of the dangerous stuff dead yet? I'm just excited that now for the rest of my gearing, I'm going to have an epic weapon, an epic crit weapon that I'm going to be able to like level up and have grow with me. I made a meme about you on this raid. Oh. Thank you, I think. I don't have the ability to look at Twitter at this time. It's one of those things that I keep blocked unless I like absolutely need it. Wait for those two warriors to do it all. Yeah. I mean, one day I want that to be me, but I feel like it's that window. I don't know if that window is passed, but I don't know. Listen, when those characters get everything that they need and they get bored and they leave, then there's time for me to shine. Frank, like the Pew Pew Fireboy. The main thing I think of when I think of Frank is the Canadian Tire brand of like cleaning supplies. Their dish gloves. I like their dish gloves. I used to have to buy dish gloves like every month because they would get holes in them and they would start to leak. And I swear I only replace these dish gloves whenever I like lose them or feel like it's just time. Can I Mog It is giving those little blue check marks on my gear, which indicates that I know that transmog on my account. I want to do stuff like Heroic Siege and all that to get more bones, but using bronze on gear feels bad. Yeah. I felt that way until I started to spend bronze on my gear, and then I decided that it felt good because it made me stronger, which sounds stupid. But I feel like I'm having so much fun upgrading my gear and working on the power grind that eventually I will be very powerful and I will want to farm more bronze, but I won't need it for my gear because my gear will be capped. And at that point, I'll be able to farm bronze so quickly that I'll be able to like fill out the rest of the collections. I think the event is long enough for that. That's my plan. But the only reason that's my plan instead of just like spam leveling a ton of alts and clearing out the vendor that way is because I'm having fun. If I wasn't having fun doing this grind, it wouldn't be worth it at all. Broke 2 mil HP, it felt real nice. And I think it's totally like doing it either way is totally valid. There's nothing wrong with being a never spend bronze and upgradeser. That is a perfectly reasonable path as well. I thought that was going to be me. I don't think I'm going to spend any bronze to upgrade gear on any other characters unless they decided to cave and make those discounts account wide. Currently they're not. But you know, they might change their minds on that. They changed their minds on a bunch of stuff. They finally let us buy jewelry on alt once the main's unlocked it at least. 82k stam on cloak corrects about 2 to 5 minutes depending on which one you get. Holy smokes. 82k stam. What am I at? 14. Okay. Well, it's not nothing. I was a little afraid it was going to be like 3. I feel bad whenever I get siege heroic.
Target change.
Takes so long because of the second boss. Like Siege of Orgrimmar the raid or something else? This is the boss that I hate the most on Siege of Orgrimmar the raid. But if I think that like playing for a day at max level is getting me like, I don't know. And by a day, I mean like 3 hours, maybe 4. How much bronze am I getting for that? Like 30k, 40k? Because I'm also getting threads, which is fun. I feel like it'll only take me a handful of days. And I guess I might end up earning more bronze every day if I'm doing the harder content later on. Like if I'm doing this stuff on heroic, like the rest of the raids in heroic as well. I don't know. I think it'll be worth it. I think it'll be fast. Ow. Well, I guess I'm out of this one. The temple siege dungeon with the slow waves of enemies on the second boss. Temple siege. Oh, yeah. The one where you start in a tree and then I couldn't get out of the tree. I did that one recently and I was lost because I couldn't find the exit to the tree, but they were still on that boss by the time I finally crawled my way out of there. That's right. The good news is I don't think these people mind that I'm dead on the floor because most of the damage is being done by a handful of people anyway. If I want to be super OP, farming threads and bronze upgrades, in the process I'll eventually run out of upgrades and can buy cosmetics. Yeah. I think for threads, I'm probably better off just grinding than I am doing raids, but for bronze, you're probably better off, well, I don't know. You're not dead on the floor, you're just resting. Bronze cap is 2 mil. I don't know why I would ever get close to cap though. I feel like I just spend my bronze as soon as I get it. Once I have all the mounts, then I'm going to pick a tune to power up. Gotta have the mounts first. Yeah, that's fair. I did that too. I did not upgrade any gear until I had every mount. And then I got all the class ensembles too with one of my alts. Bronze. when my mage gets to endgame, I'm going to spend her bronze on the arsenals. I think that's the plan for her. Is to do the Dread Waste campaign, do the Klaxi, and then buy all the arsenals, because they should be unlocked in the vendor, and she should have the bronze to do that. I don't know when I stop playing my hunter and I start playing my mage. I guess maybe around the time that, like, I feel like I've done everything I was gonna do on a day in my hunter. Like, I've done all the world bosses, I've done all the dailies. I guess after this siege. I guess the siege is the last raid that I would want to do in the day. I was just kind of curious about if heroic siege would go well. I think it's going as well as could be expected. At least now I've seen what it looks like in here. Like, I have a feel for how long the bosses take with, like, I don't know, a group that has a couple of carries in it. How much stuff hurts, how much stam I might like to have by the time I come back. I felt like I was going insane because for like 3 days in a row, the only heroic dungeon I got in my daily runs was Nuzao Temple. Scrap orange gems for bronze? Yeah! Yeah, any prismatic gems that you don't need, you can scrap. You could also send them to your alts or trade them to your alts if you have another player to help you with that, like that could hold them. You trade them to the player and then that player gives them to your alt. Because on a fresh character, you have, especially if you have all of the jewelry slots unlocked, you're going to have like a ton of prismatic slots and not enough gems to go in all of them when you're leveling. But if you could give them a bunch of orange gems, it might help. Cries in 13 characters on Remix. Oh, man. I'm just going to release, yeah. Well, Galacrest is over. That's the longest one. Yeah, so you don't always get epics. I got a blue and an epic. Wow. The epic has Versa and Avoidance, whereas my blue has just crit. That's hard. I don't know if you replace a blue with an epic if your blue has a good stat and your epic has two kind of not good stats. I don't know what the answer is there. I keep telling myself there's 80 plus days left to Remix. No huge rush, but I would like a heroic siege for bronze. Is it bad to upgrade blue items? Better to wait for purple items? You kind of want to pick and choose your best stats. But you can upgrade whatever you're wearing, even if you don't have like blues and purples yet, because when you do eventually get that blue or purple that you decide that you want to use, you can, you'll have discounted upgrades for it. But you can't turn like the blue into an epic. Everyone is 70 in this one, because this is Heroic Siege. I don't even think you can do this before 70. Normal, maybe. I don't know. Normal's open to leveling characters, but Heroic 70 only. At least this is a nice straightforward one that can be just blown up with ward. And then try not to stand at anything. We'll see the wards start to go off. I think that chunk was the wards. So that took it down to half. I'm still shooting my hardest as though it's gonna help. I think ward was the extent of my contribution here. Whoa, watch out. I want to see where I landed on the meters after just like a straight, basically patchwork boss. I was number 14, which at least means that I was within the top 16 in a 16 DPS group at 1.48 mil, with 80% of that damage being ward. And that's why we ward. Oh, would you looky that? Another Versa Avoidance pair of shoulders. Okay, you just get like epics rained on you in Heroic apparently. That's wild. Rolling a new healer, obliterating heroics feels amazing. It looks really fun. Yeah, beyond 346, catch-up costs are like 100 to 200 bronze per, but like it still basically doesn't matter. You get that bronze so quickly. Man. Versa Avoidance. Yeah, it's the exact same pair of shoulders. I wonder if the epic ones like scrap for a lot of bronze. That might be something. But yeah, I would say if I was going to come back and do Heroic again, I would want to be kind of over item level 400 for it. And I think that plus the threads that I'll get in the process of getting over item level 400 would probably help me feel a little safer and less like I'm just going to get smoked by a random thing. So now we've pulled the boss? I believe. So I guess... Oh, the tank's dead, though. I guess I don't know who to ward. Oh, they're back. Well, I guess I'll ward them. I don't know. Maybe this isn't the boss? I thought it was. Oh, maybe the boss comes out of the door. I know when I did this on normal, I didn't even notice us pull the boss because I thought it was like part of trash. And I think I was like behind looking at gear or something like that. I don't think I was keeping up. How does someone have 13 ults already? That's so many. I think people that have been leveling a lot get it down to like an absolute science. Somebody was saying they can level an ult in 4 hours. I felt like I was going pretty fast and it still took me 8. Mind you, I haven't seen like proof, but felt pretty good. Oh, more trash. I hope I get some more epics that have like good stats on them. That would be super nice. Like a juicy kind of bonus to take with me after this raid that I don't feel qualified for. So this is also not the boss, or is it the boss? We lusted, so that makes me think that's the boss. So I'm just gonna ward. must be fun cleaving for people that have like a ton of gems and stuff. Or not gems, gear. Ow.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Takes 3 to 4 hours if you're speed clearing heroics. Oh.
5, 4,
Beware.
2.
You will speed 30 minutes on heroic. If I don't get good tinker gems, I buy the mounts and delete the alt and repeat. Oh. So you spend just like 30 minutes doing heroics and see what kind of gems you get. That's kind of fun.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
If there's one thing I'm grateful in this raid that my character has, it's fast run speed. It's like I never died. No one will ever notice, right? Blues. Lots of blues. They're gonna know. Pick a different class, test out how it feels. I've seen a lot of level 20 Holy Priest in random heroics. That seems to be the really popular one, is to just make a Holy Priest and then spam Holy Nova. Sometimes they're like twinks on trial accounts and sometimes they're just lobies, but it looks fun. And I spent those levels like actually healing or playing Shadow or something. I don't know. I don't think I was doing it right. Can vouch Holy Priest is a banger. I already leveled a priest in Remix, so I feel bad making another one, but I kind of want to try it at some point. I definitely want to finish leveling my mage first, though. Maybe that's... Ow! I'm surprised I lived that. No, leave me alone. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll level my mage tomorrow. That might be what happens. Although I'm going to want to do all these dailies again. I guess maybe not quite so many. I bet I can get through like basically my daily world bosses and queues in like an hour and then feel good about that and then move on to that might be the move. Because I'm going to have Dreadways questing to do. Plus, my alt has my own personal permission to spend her bronze on cosmetics, which is going to be kind of fun. Have people started to figure TOT mechanics yet, or is it still painful? When I was in there, I only did a normal, but it kind of felt like you didn't need to know the mechanics because people would kill it before anything became relevant. Even Dark Animus and Darumu died before anything actually like happened. Goal of TOT is to stat check the bosses. Spent like 3 hours on Dark Animus. Oh no. I haven't been brave enough to try it on Heroic, and I don't think I will in the short term based on how this is going. I think I want more gear and threads before I get into any content that's harder than like a normal raid. Outside of this, which I'm just kind of taking the carry. Why does everyone have red bubbles? It's got to be someone's it's got to be our Enkindle. Like a Tinker Gem, I think. Gives you an Absorb Shield that gives you haste as long as it's active. Q and LFR, then Heroic Dungeon, Heroic Scenario. LFR popped. Finished. Minimal wait time. Oh, we're fighting Nazgrim. Oops.
Four, three, two.
I used word, but I think I used it after the window because I didn't notice we'd already pulled. I thought we were still fighting trash.
Four, three, two, one.
Four, three, two, one.
Beware.
Four, three, two, one. Four, three, two,
Four,
one.
three, two, one.
I'm just gonna cleave off of the boss, I think. Seems reasonable.
Four, three, two.
I always feel like I'm pressing my buttons so hard and I have so much haste and I must be doing so awesome. And then I'm like scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm like, oh, there I am. But it's just, that's just life right now. Ooh. Ow. I think we ported ahead of people. Perhaps. Yeah, I think they're all upstairs. They're waiting to come down here. That's funny. I got boots with... So I'm wearing haste boots. These ones have speed and avoidance. I don't think I can put those on. That's not gonna work. Is there a good TLDR for boss strats? Guides for the scenarios? Enjoy your streams. Keep up the great work. Have a great day. Aw, thank you. What do you guys think? Where's the shortest, easiest to read place for boss strats? Because it's tricky because a lot of these bosses are gonna, depending on the difficulty, it's gonna boil down to just ward the tank. Press Ward of Salvation on whoever the group says to after tagging the boss on pull, and then that's the end of the fight. Mechanics do come into play if you don't have as many carries and stuff, but I haven't seen a lot of it yet. Hazel's the shortest boss guides. That's very sweet. I never made boss guides though. I didn't make boss guides back then, and I didn't do any new ones for Remix. Melcorrect's kind of fun. But yeah, there would be a Wowhead write-up and a YouTube write-up for each fight just from back in the day. Not from me, but just in general. And that would work. You might learn about a lot of mechanics that don't turn out to be that relevant, but it would be... I could see a world where it's comfier to just know them just in case they come in handy. So we still have to do Blackfuse and Spoils. And Thok, that's right. And then Paragons, and then Garrosh, and then you're out of here. This is such a long raid. I don't think I have the stamina to do this every single day. Even when you're just mowing over the bosses, it's just a lot of it's just this is probably the most boring part of Remix. I would rather be questing, I think. But you get so much you get so much bronze. And I'm assuming I'm also getting lots of threads. The loot log scrolls so quickly with all the people that it's kind of hard to say. But you must get good threads for this. The red shield is from the Enkindle Tinker Gem. It's this one. Lots of people run this.
4,
Your attacks have a chance to give you an absorb shield that gives you passive haste.
Beware.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Beware.
Late to the party. Hope your week is off to a great start. Thank you, Spoiled That.
5,
I cannot complain so
3,
far.
2,
It's been good.
1.
We got like a ton of rain over the last 2 days, but it's all bright and sunny outside and all the plants are happy.
Beware.
5, 4,
I spent a bunch of time walking around the city,
1.
looking at different areas and going down streets I'd never been down before just to like see, I don't know, all the houses and gardens and apartment buildings. And sometimes I play a game where I go into like the Realtor app and then I like look at all of the listings and then I'll just kind of like go on a walk that takes me by a bunch of them and then I can see like how much the listing is and like on my phone and then like kind of look around and see what the neighborhood's like. And you know, I can't afford any of them, but it's still kind of cool to get a feel for what different amounts of money get you in this city. It's all a bit nuts. See any good cats? I don't. Oh, I did. I saw one cat that I couldn't believe it because I'd never seen a cat like this before. It was brown. It was chocolate brown, like a Labrador. And as far as I understand, like truly brown cats are really rare. Like I did a double take because I'm like, that's a funny looking dog. And then I'm like, no, that's a cat. That is like a warm chocolate brown cat. It was beautiful. I thought it was really cool. Plus Moose made some friends. Not the cat, but he likes to stop and wait for anybody that he thinks wants to meet him. Which is a good way for him to introduce you to all kinds of people, which is great. You get to talk about him to lots of people and hear about their dogs. And I love brown cats. They're super rare. I'd never seen one before. And I've seen some wild cats in this city. I've seen hairless cats. I've seen like huge Maine Coons that look like bobcats. I'd never seen a brown one like that. Please send Sun South. Window shopping. You look at a condo and you look at like the teeny little balcony that overlooks a super busy street and you're like, could I live with that? I mean, I wouldn't die. It would be something. Oh, got some blues. Black kitties are really just deeply brown kitties. Aww. I love all the kitties. Maine Coons, chonky boys. There's somebody that would had one like slung over their back like a backpack. I think it was actually sitting on top of a backpack. And they were just like walking down down the street with it. What's your favorite WoW cat pet? I like the silver tabby cat because it reminds me of my kitty Carrot. Jennifer's pretty cute, but but I've got a real soft spot for the silver tabby. Seen Maine Coons that are as big as toddlers. That's my jam right there. That must be so much grooming and like hair and whatnot. Like I have a dog that has a lot of hair that sometimes comes off of him. And I feel like that's already kind of putting me at vacuum incapacity. Thoughts on Jennifer changes? What have they changed? I think this is news to me. I need my perky pug after my old dog. Aw. I guess I can look. Jennifer, are you okay? Did Jennifer diet? Let me see. Was Jennifer ghostly before? Jennifer's clipping through the floor. Is that the problem? I don't know if I have thoughts. I don't think I get to have thoughts if I'm not smart enough to figure out what changed. She was chunky and angry before. Oh. I mean, she still looks like she could be angry if she wants to be. Reminds me, still need to get Jennifer. Masaroka, thank you very much for giving out 5 gift subs. Holy smokes. Appreciate it. Congrats to those who got them. Couple names I recognize in there. I have a feeling I'm not going to survive this fight. I suppose I'll switch to Herald for all the good it'll do me. Herald gives me a little extra health. Puts me above 1 mil. I'm resisting my urge to open all these bronze caches. I want to open them all at the end. I do not know when that happens, Cersei. I open them when I get them. ADHD brain needs dopamine. Don't have that kind of self-control. It's fun to do them all at once. It's fun to kind of like one big go. I think I'm just gonna run around, shoot things that are open, and then try not to stand in anything, but then die anyways, I think is how this fight's gonna go. I'm gonna tag something. I'm gonna throw ward up just because I may as well. Let's stand in the life thing, and that'll give me some haste, I believe.
Beware.
I'm like so nervous about my feet.
Beware. Beware.
Are those soaks? They look like soaks. I have died already. Good luck, have fun, rest of the group. We tried.
Beware. 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 Beware.
I wonder if they can actually do it. That's quite a few people down. Oh, I wonder if people open boxes they weren't supposed to. Someone's saying that that's what happened. This fight's always brutal. I'm surprised you've never played The Sims.
Beware. Beware.
Is that a raid? Yeah. This is a Heroic Siege of Orgrimmar on Remix. The Sims always looked a little creepy to me.
Beware.
I'm sure I would have a lot of fun with it if I got into it, but just the concept of it, like, I wanted it to have a little more personality outside of that. They very well may not need the rest of the group. If they have enough super powered people, they can probably just like 3-man it. First 2 games were pretty charming. Should give them a go. I guess I just wanted to know what the point was.
Beware.
Beyond the seeming lack of personality. Like, I understand it's sandboxy, and I do like sandbox games, but what's the objective with The Sims? It's like playing with Barbies, but better because there's so much more you can do. That was always how I felt about Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing feels like a very fancy digital dollhouse to me. Use Sims to create avatars of my D&D characters. Find out how you can murder your neighbors, simulate real life. So do you like recreate your actual life in it if you want? You just like make a little, I don't know, your apartment and then you know, like your neighbors and stuff. It's a bit like Stardew except you control everything. I'm still not hearing like an objective. Like, how do you win? Called it a software toy more than it's a game. Yeah. I guess you don't win at playing dolls, but I also haven't played with dolls in a long time. I won by making my female Barbies fall in love. Do you like building? I like building houses in Valheim. Create your own objective. Oh. Your characters had aspirations like getting a job or a bigger TV. Oh dear.
Beware. Beware.
Building is my favorite. I love architecture.
Beware.
It's very advanced but beginner friendly. Huh. The goal is to satisfy those aspirations. I guess so. Isn't it just getting annoyed at the sim washing dishes in the bathroom sink? I would do it if it would be fun for stream. I own one of the Sims games. I don't know which one, but at one point in my life I either downloaded or purchased one of the Sims.
Beware.
Throw your dishes in a magical trash can and get money back for it. Are there cats and dogs? The other thing that turned me off is that my understanding is that they make a lot of money by selling endless expansion packs and like microtransactions for various little extra things that you can get. It feels like they're getting you invested in the free product so that they can like nickel and dime you with a bunch of extra stuff once you feel like you want it. So to me, from the outside, not being invested in it yet, it feels like, why would I put in my own effort to get invested in this thing, which makes me vulnerable to them wanting my money? 4 is microtransaction hell. Gameplay is mostly watching what your Sims do and going, what are you doing? Their code is such spaghetti it's unstable. They cannot push new X packs now.
Beware.
Oh. Yeah, maybe.
Beware.
Look at them go. Look at them working hard.
Beware.
I don't know how close they are. They've got a minute left.
Beware.
I can hear my puppy dreaming. I can hear him sleep woofing. He sounds like a muffled zebra.
Beware.
While you're dead, do you want to read Alpha Notes? This is going to be over one way or another in another 20 seconds. That lever looks like it might be doable. I wonder if the other side finished. Nine, 8, 7, 6. Uh-oh. Okay. What did we learn? Can't just open boxes like psychos. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much how I got through normal. Happy New Year. Recreating your friends and family, like seeing them get up to weird stuff or doing weird things to them yourself. What if I just remade myself and my life in Sims, but then my sim got, like, depressed? And then I went, you know what, you're right. Nothing is sadder than when your sim is more successful than you are. Oh dear. There's a tragic clown painting in The Sims 4 that is also depressed and will follow you around. Fake me can finish a book and become a famous novelist. Blizz killed self? Oh, did they? Let me see. You mean Word of Salvation, not Holy Word Salvation, right? Mop Remix. Word of Self, Cheese, and Slay nerfed. RIP. Ward duration reduced to 8 seconds. Only the caster's healing can increase the absorb size. Funeral Pyre can now only be reactivated after 3 seconds. Was 1 second. That's good. They buffed Chi-Ji. Soul Tether ignores line of sight. RIP. Wow, Blizz nerfing fun. Well, it was good while it lasted. I wonder if we can finish this raid. New hot fixes. RIP Ward Cheese.
Beware.
I guess I'll switch back to Funeral Pyre. Although, do I really want to put something on that's going to hurt me in this? Nope. You know what? I'm gonna take a short break. Stream's almost over, but I want to see if I can finish this raid during stream. Hang on.
Beware.
Alrighty. How is it going over here? I'm not the only one on the floor. That's okay. Funny, most of the time people messing up ward strats anyway. It was still doing pretty bonkers damage. It was a fun thing, but I also find one-shotting bosses boring. I think that it was... I'm not surprised that they nerfed it, and I'm not personally upset that they nerfed it. I had fun with it while it was here, but I'm not surprised that it's gone, and I'm sure... It's not like you can't still blow stuff up in Remix. You just have to use the rest of your kit. They announced the new human racial double Hearthstone? Seems lackluster. Double Hearthstone. Sounds... New human racial in the war within. Hang on. Because this fight's going to take a minute.
Beware.
Reduced Hearthstone cooldown plus 2 charges. Diplomacy has been replaced with no place like home. Perfect. Lower cooldown and... So cooldown reduced by 5 minutes and an extra charge.
Beware.
I think that's incredible. I'm always out of Hearthstone. That's so many. That's so much. That's so much. I think that's great. I'm down for that. I want to turn this one off. Yeah. Can't believe I'm waking up this late. It's terrible.
Beware.
The issue with the nerf is that they waited so long. I'm just about to have that speed run tag.
Beware.
Can you even get far enough away for it to matter? It's like a 15-minute timer right now.
Beware.
I mean, it's basically always going to be up. I don't know. I was running out of Hearthstone cooldowns during
Beware.
Season 3, the Emerald Dream Patch.
Beware.
Could-
Beware.
Because I would use it to get out of the Emerald Dream. And then I would go... I was all over the Dragon Isles working on the meta achievement. And I would want to kind of get back to the middle of things. Does that work with the Guild Hasty Hearth perk? Yeah, it's an extra 5 minutes off the cooldown. I'm assuming anyway. It's just a hotfix update right now, like a post.
Beware.
Racial, no way it compares with Shadow Melder Stoneform. Yeah, but it wasn't supposed to compete with Shadow Melder Stoneform. Like they have other racials that are combat power racials. It was like a convenience quality of life racial. It's more like competing with Mole Machine basically, or. I don't know. What's another convenience quality of life racial? Goblins having, like, cheaper vendor prices, or Zandalari trolls getting more gold from stuff. Yeah, it's replacing the rep buff, exactly. I like it. I think that's cool. I think it could have been a lot worse. Elves have the best racial. Gnomes have the best racial. Escape Artist is Biss, and I will accept no arguments. What else do I have as a gnome? I know I have Escape Artist. I think I have a bigger, like, mana pool or something. Expansive Mind. Oh, I get 5% extra. Yeah, 5% extra resource pool. You get Escape Artist. You get reduced arcane damage taken. Oh my goodness. 5 engineering skill. And 1% haste. Y'all should be gnomes. Woo! Boss dead. Also, we're stuck in combat, so we can't even release, and I don't think they can res us either. There we go. So now that Siege is done, on one hand, Ward has been hotfix nerfed, so I'm getting rid of it. I'm putting Funeral Pyre back in for all the good it's gonna do me. Second of all, you know, if this is done, we just need to get through Blackfuse, Thok, the Klaxi, and then Garrosh. Heroic Garrosh. I don't think I can live through any of that. They nerfed Ward of Salvation, the meta gem that people were using for Ward cheese. It's been nerfed now. It only scales off of your heals instead of all heals. So it's still a good gem for healers to use, but you can no longer have the entire raid like combo it together. $29 healers, 1 tank meta. Healers are back, baby. wait for a res, or I can just run back again, I guess. Listen, I was the one that said I'm good at runbacks. This fight's gonna be very tough without ward bombs. Yeah. I think it just leaves a little bit more room left for people to flex the power that they're gaining from their cloaks and their gear upgrades as more and more people get those things pushed up. Oops. Glad I got my normals for neck done already then. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of groups come together after this, because you can't just take anybody with, I mean, you can, but I wonder if item level, they're going to be looking to stack groups more with stronger, more people that have gear upgrades and threads. Don't want to learn fights for Pandaria. That's kind of how I felt too. I like being in the raid, and it feels good to feel like you're doing a lot of damage or whatever, although obviously I'm not doing a lot of damage yet, but I didn't want to go so far as like learning like various phases of all of the fights, because there's so much of it. You know, you're facing like an entire expansion's worth of content all at once. In a normal raid tier where you're learning fights by progressing one boss at a time through like 8 to maybe 12 at most bosses in a tier. I think some tiers have been longer, but those tiers are stupid. You know, you're not expected to learn an entire expansion's worth of raid bosses all at once. Tank boss, ward, new moon. I'm not going to tell this group that they've hotfixed a ward nerf, because that might impact my ability to stay here. Oh, but should I tell them so that they don't try it? I don't know. Let's let them figure it out. I don't want to tell them. Act surprised when they find out.
5,
Yeah, I've never... Ward nerf? Never heard of it.
2,
Oh, somebody just linked it in, Somebody linked, like, a Wowhead article in the chat, but it got, like, immediately pushed down by, Oh, boss dead. Well, the boss did die to ward. That is curious, isn't it? I get another weapon. That one's Versa. Surprise Pikachu face. Satisfying. Is the hotfix live yet, or are they just, or have they not pushed it? Because they said it, the article made it sound like it was already in, but they definitely just blew up that boss. 70k DPS each with ward. No, there's like a brand new hotfix that just supposedly pushed. And one of those was from a mage that shouldn't have realistically been able to spam heals. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to take my free carry. See if we can get to the end of this boss, end of this dungeon. Yeah, I think it is still powerful with the nerf, but maybe not for everybody to use. I don't know. I'm confused. I think I'm gonna not try to figure that out until like later today or tomorrow. Give my brain time to finish buffering. I need to come up with a good way to reset my brain a little bit after stream. I stream 5 days a week in the morning, and every day after stream's over, I'm like vibrating a little bit, and also my head is full of like mushy eggs and noodles. And I have like almost an impossible time getting settled back down to like actually be able to think and do anything. But in the past, when I've streamed in the afternoon so I could work in the morning, that doesn't always work either, because then I just procrastinate until stream time. And then by the time stream's over, there's no time left to do anything. Cold shower. I don't know, man. It takes me like all day to warm up. I'm gonna catch the thermia. Coloring. Yeah, maybe. I watched somebody walk in the ocean. Don't worry, they came out. But like when I was at the beach, I saw somebody just like go, not exactly swimming, but like just dip in and get wet for a few minutes and then get out and just like hang out on the beach, which is like a normal thing for someone to do at the beach, except that it was like, I don't know, 13 degrees and partly cloudy, and the ocean, which is freezing. I know people, like lots of people like doing cold plunges here, and they use the ocean for that. And I was watching that, and part of me was like really intrigued, like I wanted to do it, and part of me was like, you're gonna catch the thermia. Take Pup for a walk after stream. Sometimes. He's usually really sleepy this time of day. His energy doesn't pick back up until later in the afternoon, but I found that going for a walk with him doesn't help me at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it doesn't help me come back down. I might need to go somewhere by myself. I guess I'll keep trying Ward. I have done Calm before. I have like 550 days on it. I wish it, like, it does help, but it doesn't help with that problem as much as I want it to. I also, oh, never mind. I'm just complaining now. I want to see if I can do ward damage still. Even post nerf, I guess. I'm just confused.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Maybe you should stop streaming. Get a punching bag. I don't think my life has room in it for a punching bag. Yeah, I did like 3 mil from from I was busy scrolling details from Ward, so it does still do really strong damage. I don't know. I know people said it's live, but I'm not convinced that hotfix is live. Is anybody gonna mass res, or should I just like... Oh, thank you. Are those shoulders better? Those ones are crit avoidance. That's something. They're strong stat avoidance, though. Can I get, like, crit haste epic shoulders? That would be nuts. Oh, should not stop streaming and just stay streaming forever. I just don't feel like I have, Actually, I don't know. Never knock until you try it. Word tooltip says caster's healing grants absorb, so it seems like it's live. It just feels like it's doing the same amount of damage that it did for me pre-nerf, even though I, as a hunter, am not really casting any healing beyond the healing that's within Ward. I'm happy with this raid just because of all of the epic gear I've gotten. I don't think I'm gonna survive another boss fight. I think that I've died for like all but 2 so far, and I think I'm gonna die for the last 2 as well. Any incidental damage seems to have the potential to just one-shot me. Maybe because you're already in an instance. Yeah, maybe. My tooltip is definitely upgraded. I've seen hotfixes push and changes push and come into effect mid-raid before, I feel like. I don't know. I'm scared. People are dying. I'm next. Maybe all the dying moved the RNG cost to upgrade your gear. I don't think I'm going to do it today, but, or at least not on stream, but at some point I need to go through all this and figure out which of these delightful upgrades I'm going to wear and then get them caught up. I'm excited to just have epic pieces. I need to meal plan for this week still. I haven't done it yet. I improv'd a dinner for last night, but I don't have that kind of inspiration every day. I need to actually plan what I'm going to make and make sure I have groceries for it. 60 Hunter made it. It's at 0 deaths, and now I kind of don't want to play her. Aw. But her destiny. Her dreams. I need to make another loaf of bread. I haven't made bread in ages. My bread machine's... It got a workout for pizza dough, but that's been about it. How to farm bronze fast. I think Anna's level 70 character. Do your dailies and a random scenario dungeon, heroic scenario, heroic dungeon. Maybe an LFR wing for the raid daily. I think altogether that's quite fast and you can get all that done really quite quickly, especially if you get strong people in your group or if you've upgraded your gear and you're strong. But it seems like pretty much whatever you want to do on Remix is going to give good bronze. It's just a question of what feels fun and sustainable for you. Just for fun. Mess around, I'm going to fill up all the jewelry in an alt to speed and stamp, see how fast I can get them to be. That does sound like fun. All dailies or just the LFR? Just the bazaar dailies. Just the LFR dungeon and scenario dailies. If you want to spice it up, you can add in world bosses. That's not bad bronze, but it's great for threads too. Got my tiny goat today. Very pleased. Nice. I am almost offended that the little Red Riding Goat on my gnome basically looks like a normal mount. Like, obviously it's still tiny, but she rides it like a normal mount. Her feet and knees are in the regular expected places. Nothing's dragging on the ground, and I know I'm a gnome, but man. Wish the Warlock portals looked like that portal. I would use a Hearthstone that looked like that portal. Awesome size for gnomes. Looks hilarious on a panda. I think I'm going to be able to get like a bunch more gear upgrades with all that bronze. We get more of this stuff up to 388. That'll be kind of nice. Wish they make BFA remix for the auction house mount. Holy, that would be cool. Get me through the last 15 minutes of work. Nice. I'm 15 minutes overtime right now, but I don't want to leave here until we're done this raid. Two bosses left. Just have to
5,
not wipe again. Spoils took so long.
2, 1.
So this is one of those things where you kind of want a single target. I want to press on my cooldown so I can... Do I even have any pets out? I do. Okay. I was going to say, I want to do damage before I die to something random. Is basically my goal at this point in my life.
Beware.
I'm going to turtle because it seems like a lot of people are dying to something going on right now, and I'm just going to
Beware.
maybe wait it out if I can. I don't think we're going to survive, but maybe we can make it a little farther. Why do my pets keep coming back? They're not even set to passive.
4, 3,
It's weird, right?
2, 1.
Toxin, red.
Beware.
Yeah, I see my pet here, but like, why? Oh, I'm dead. Doesn't matter. Poppy down to 155k. Oh. Good night. Keep it up. Thank you. Cool and nice in an awesome kind of way. Aw, shucks. We do our best. Can't look at it anyway. Kilrook's still up there. He kind of frightens me. I think they got this, though. Having all that stuff, all those nerfs go through just makes me want to get my cloak super powered again. Super powered even more than I wanted it before. Not again, it's never been super powered. I didn't frog farm at all or anything, but I want to get it juiced up so that I can feel like I belong somewhere. You know, I want someone to invite me into my group and go, nice, we got someone good. We got someone who can really carry this. Might be by the time the event's like over, but that's okay. We'll just keep trucking away. I'm stronger than I was. I'm a lot stronger than I was. I was stuck at like 250 for a while, and I'm caught up to 365. That's something. I was at 330 yesterday. Oh, I see we released like right here. That's nice. I can't believe I got another bow. What about the belt? What's the belt got? Mastery, but then a little bit of avoidance. And that's a speed bow. This is heroic. It's definitely above my pay grade. I feel like you die a lot have time to give me the attention I deserve. It is more time to talk to chat, that's true. I think there's no chance that I live through Garage. I don't know what I'm gonna die to, but something. Because, like, this other warrior here is one of the carries, And they also have like 5.8 mil health compared to, like, I have like 1 mil. This person has 800k, and now they've gone softly into the dark night. I think having like millions of extra health as a buffer will help a lot for this kind of thing. Makes me feel a little better about getting stam threads. But it'd be cool to get a bunch of bones from getting through a heroic one of these. Plus, I guess if I ever want to work on the Claw of Eternus title, having Heroic Siege done is a pretty big thing off that list. Constantly getting stamina threads and nothing else. I get really excited whenever I get Agi. Seems like the one thing that you can basically benefit from more of forever and ever and ever. Up to 31.7k threads. So I am getting threads from this. I swear I was somewhere in the range of 30k when I started this raid. I just can't notice them. I don't notice them when I'm looting because of so much looting. How do you combine gems? You right click on them. As soon as you have 3 of a lesser type, you right click on it. It'll combine them into one of the next rank up. It goes from green to purple to epic to legendary. Epic and legendary will have the same amount of regular stat on them. Legendary just gets extra stamina. Playing a warlock trying to get into the game is like nasty. Takes a long time to get through this trash. Is it these last bosses that are giving greater bronze caches? Or maybe I'm getting greater bronze just because it's my first time in this difficulty? I don't know. I've got 3 of them. That must be just from the end bosses. You'd think. We'll get 1 bonus greater bronze cache for finishing the clear of Heroic Siege. That'll be something. I'm assuming that Heroic Siege is the hardest of the heroic raids because it was the one that came out in the final patch. I guess I don't know if patch difficulty applies here. Yeah, I've got a legendary gem here. It's a Versa gem. I think it's kind of cool seeing what this is like early because I bet you Heroic Siege is going to feel like a very different experience in like 3 weeks. Running Throne is a lot harder. Siege was the first raid with 3 difficulties. 3rd column of the 2nd row. You mean my speed gem? You want me to combine into a legendary speed gem? Why? Herald. Harold, I need your health. Harold to the rescue. Because what do I get, like 5%? 8%. I get 8% extra max health from having a tenacity pet out. I think in this at least, I need that.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Four, three, two, one.
Watch your step.
Oh, that was the first ward. That gets us into the next phase.
Phase 2.
Wish you then have to do the old-fashioned way. I love Remix. It's refreshing. Wish the base game was like this now. I think it'll be hard to go back. I have a regular Dragonflight, like, raid night. I think it's tomorrow, and I don't know, man. I think it's gonna feel kind of a little boring compared to this. Okay.
Shockwave.
Whoop, out of the pizza slice. That definitely
Shockwave.
hurts. Wow, even just the passive damage it does hurts.
Shockwave.
Although the healers do have time to pick that up, it looks like.
Shockwave.
Should be fine.
Shockwave. 8. Shockwave. 7, 6, 5.
I wonder if I can even make it through to phase 3 so I can ward again.
1. Shockwave.
Oh, nice. It'll be up another minute.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You get to
Watch your
use
step.
Bestial Wrath so often because of the way the cooldown reduction works with Barb Shot. You just get it up like all the time.
4, 3, 2, 1. Run.
4, 3, 2.
Whoa. Okay. I almost turtled. It scared me.
Watch your step.
Well, in another 20 seconds we can ward again.
Mind control.
Really exciting.
Four, three, two, one.
But we're gonna start seeing them pop up all over.
4, 3, 2.
There they go. There they go.
Watch your step. Phase 3.
Oh, maybe I was supposed to use it for phase 3. Maybe there's another. Does he heal again? He might heal again. I guess a little bit. I suppose it all counts.
Target you.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Mind control. 4,
Are we all gonna get mind
3,
controlled?
2,
What happens if the really good people get mind controlled?
run.
We did it! Woo! And I lived! And I get another pair of epic shoulders, and a greater bronze cache, and 4 bones of Manoroth, because I had one previously, and I'm now at a total of 5. Legendary spool. Thank you very much, team! Hang on, there's something going on. Speak with Lore Walker Cho. Oh, it's just for 28 gold. I didn't do this last time because I couldn't figure it. I couldn't find the guy. Or maybe I didn't want to wait for the RP. It looked like it was just for 28 gold. Alright. So I'm sitting on 6,000 bronze. Hang on. Use this. Ho ho. Agi. Love legendary spools that give me Agi. 32,000 threads. I have 6,000 bronze currently, and then I'm ready to open all of it. Ta-da! Ta-da! So you get 750 per boss for a while, and then at the end, it looks like the last 4 bosses gave me... The last 4 bosses gave me 1250 each, which puts me up to 19k. So I got 13k worth of caches for that. Not too bad. Plus, I'm sure when I get through sorting out my gear and scrapping the extra stuff, that's going to be a bunch more bronze too. Late streaming Hazel, hello again. Hello! I am nearly finished here. I'm just about ready to wrap up. I did a heroic Siege of Orgrimmar. Did's a strong word. I was there. I was number 9 on DPS actually in that fight. Maybe just because I remembered to ward a second time. 74% of my damage was from ward. Harold was there. How was that? Was away at physio. I died on most fights just from like... I'm sure I stood in a few things, but I think some of it was just passive damage smoking me because I didn't have like multiple millions of health. And that's okay. We had a few people carry us through basically everything. Ooh, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna worry about getting my gear upgraded and spending my bronze later because I want to take some time to go through and figure out which epics I want to put on because I got a bunch of epics. But I want to do that sometime when I'm not hungry and or a little toasted from stream because I don't want to make any big mistakes. So I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna wrap up for the day and come back tomorrow. I think I might want to do some mage leveling tomorrow. I want to see if I can work on our Blossom Bringer Primrosy Mage and get maybe the Dread Waste questing achievement done. Would be kind of fun. Appreciate your company today. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.